I'm gonna give it a minute and then you can let me know if you hear me. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. All right. That ought to do it. Okay. I'm refreshing my screen. How is everybody doing? Hope you're well. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of candle. Soon I'm gonna. Hey Chip, you are here. Let's see. I'm running out of candle, but also running out of lighter fluid. What is happening? I got this much candle left. It's time to restock. I got these at the local grocery store and I was lucky I got them on, like a BOGO, buy one get one, because those candles are expensive. They're expensive. How are you, Chip? How is everything going? You get first love. You got first love because you're the first one here. Woohoo. It's not even live on my side. I can barely, there it is. There it is. I didn't have time to schedule. I was like, I'll figure it out, and once I get there, I'll get there. So, I don't have much of a plan for today. I can't believe it. It's already March 27th, and in a blink of an eye, this month is practically over. It's insane to me. Let me pop out the chat. Wing it. Yeah, for sure. That's what I always do. That's what I always do. Let's see. Pop out the chat. I want to pop out the chat. That way I can see it better. And then we need to do live chat. We need to do live chat. We need to start a goal. Let's see. I'll host a. She's not coming today. She's not coming today. Her son is in town for spring break, and they're spending the day together. So she's off doing her thing. She's off doing her thing. Let's see here. Okay, do that. Start the goal. All right. Chip, I haven't read for you in a while. I haven't read for you in a while. You want a reading? Let me know. Let me know. Chip, I'm going to tell you something. I did a reading for myself last night. And at nighttime when I go to bed, I don't use like I use a special deck at night before I go to bed. It's like an angel deck, and it's like very loving and soothing and nurturing. So last night I pulled out this card right here. You know who that looks like, right? This is the Emperor card, and it's been renamed to Father. See that? And when I was reading the guidebook for this card, it was talking about like divine masculine energy. And it was saying how, because sometimes some of us, have grown up without like a father figure in our early years, and we craved it and we missed it. And what the card was saying is like, you could see, you could be your own father. And the way that you could do that is by respecting your ideas and creating a safe space for your goals. And I thought to myself, wow, that's incredible. And as soon as I saw this card, like to me, it looked like Jesus. I have to say, it looked like Jesus. So when I got this card, I thought to myself, I have to pull out a card from my Mother Mary deck. So I went and got my Mother Mary deck, and I got this card right here, and it says, perfect. I thought to myself, wow, that really is perfect. That really is perfect. And then the message that I got for myself was like, you need to have both energies present in your life, right? It has to be a mix of feminine and masculine. If one is too heavy or if one is missing altogether, it throws off your whole vibe. But they were created to like work together, right? To balance each other out. And I thought to myself, if the father energy is meant to say respect your ideas and protect your goals, then the mother energy comes in to help nurture it and help you grow it. Is in essence what I took. So I'm sharing with you my personal reading. That was the message that I got. And then when you put the cards together, look how the mother looks on the son. And notice her hand. I was like, oh my gosh, she's performing Reiki. She's performing Reiki. She's sending her energy. I thought that was so cool. Such a cool such a cool reading for me today. So I was really happy. I pulled this card last night before bed, and then today when I was journaling, I pulled the Mary, the Mother Mary card. So uh yeah, it was good. It was a much needed message. Liliana, it's good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Lovey, hi, how are you? Good to see you as well. And Maria Scorpio, um, I see your question and I'll put you on the list, but I'm going to read for Chip first because Chip got first love today. Chip got first love today. So yeah. Hi, Jules Trouble. Are you married? Hey, Michael Stevens. How are you? Oh, I missed you last time. How are you doing? How are you doing? Okay, so readings. And today is the 27th. Yes. Yes, I feel good. I feel good. It was a long emotional week, but at the end of the day, I feel good. And I think that's the most important part, right? Sometimes you have to shed tears to release those, chemicals in your body and just and flush it all out of your system. Michael Stevens. Oh, you had a birthday. You turned 40. Congratulations. 40's the new 30. They say that. They say that. All right, Chip, I got you on the list. Maria Scorpio, I'm gonna put you on the list. Maria, last time we called your name and you weren't there. Um, so today you're number 2 on the list, so hopefully you'll be able to stick around for a little while. I agree. You guys, like my son got this as a what you call like a Secret Santa present, right? Look what it says. Fa la 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 la. So how about that? I'm obsessed with this cup and I use it like every time it's clean, I grab it and I fill it up. Oh no, Michael, you have writer's block? For April, will I find 2 more topics? I'm gonna add you to the list. That's a good one. Michael Stevens. Okay. And this time I'm gonna write down like a little bit of what the question was, writer's block, because then sometimes I gotta go back in the chat and I can't find what was the question about, and Desiree's not gonna be here today. Yeah, happy belated birthday, friend. Many blessings to you. Okay, so I got that, and then let me see. Where was Maria Scorpio? Any new love? Okay. Okay. Chippy, what is the subject of your reading? What are we reading on today? Hi, Silver Pony. I'm trouble, sad. I need to know if Danny's coming for me. Silver Pony, I can add you onto the list, okay? I'll add you onto the list. Silver Pony. And your question was, is Danny coming? Okay, I got you on the list. Okay, no problem. All right, Chip, it's all you, friend. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna start readings. So if anybody comes in and wants to be on the list, just be patient with me while I get organized, okay? Okay, I don't know if I started the night bot. Hold on. I gotta see if I started the night bot. Because when I go live with Victor, I try to shut off the night bot so it's not annoying to Victor's chat. Liliana, am I on a personal journey? Will I be successful? Okay, Liliana, I will add you. I will be happy to add you. Personal journey success. I got of course I have all my cards and I got my trusty little pendulum too, so we can check on it, get a vibe check. We can get a vibe check. All right. Ta, ta, drop your link. All right, so I'm turning on my, okay. I'm just turning everything on. Okay, that works. And then I'm gonna come back over here and then I gotta find the chat because I lost it. I lost the chat. Where are you? Okay, right here. All right, Chippy, it's all you. Where are you? Question is, will I double the amount of people monetize this year? Well, that's a big goal. So what was the original number that you're trying to double, Chip? What's the original number that you're trying to double? For this question, we're going to use here, Earth Woman. Earth Woman, because it's a grounded question. Hi, Desiree. Chip put you on a timeout, Desiree. He put you on a timeout. Okay. Last year I helped 30. Okay, so your goal is you want to get 60 people monetized. All right. Wow. Goal. I'm going to use 2 decks for this one. Hi, Karen Suki. How are you? It's good to see you. Ashish, hi. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in, my friend. All right. The gang is coming together. Maybe Desiree could tell us what she's going to be doing today. I would like a reading too. Okay, Ashish, I'm going to add you. I'm going to add you. Ooh, look at Karen Suki. She's using. I told Victor that he got first love the other day because I created a new emoji and he was the first one to use it. It was so cool. It was so cool. All right, Ashish, I'm going to add you to the list. Your daughter has a play. Oh, I thought you were hanging out with your son. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna read for Chip right now, then Maria Scorpio, then Michael Stevens. That's number 3. Silver Pony is number 4. Hi, Daphne, how are you? And then Liliana is number 5, and then we have Ashish, and that's number 6. All right, we're gonna get started. Daphne, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. Make yourself at home. I'm gonna start readings now. We got a little bit of a list going. Break a leg. I know Latin. Oh, that's cool. I don't know Latin, but I know Spanish. I know Spanish. I did try to learn Italian in college and I did really well at it. But then when I came to Florida, guess what? They didn't teach Italian, so I lost what I learned. Chippy. All right. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna pause because I feel like I need to get the other deck. We're gonna need some backup. He practiced driving. Oh, you're teaching him how to drive? Oh my God, that's so stressful. I almost died when I taught my daughter. I was just I was gonna throw in the towel and, you know, call it a day. Life was over. Oh, 37. Okay. Oh, this is interesting, Chip. Oh, Chip. Okay, hold on. All right, so I'm using two decks, okay? I'm using Earth Woman, and then for Chippy, I'm using, hold on. I added this one. This called Oracle of Many Paths, and I like this for this type of question. Um, and I feel like this is like a guide deck, man. I, I have to say, most of my tarot decks, I didn't plan it this way, but most of my tarot decks were create like the art style, the artist was a woman for most of my decks. This is one of the few decks that I have where the artist was a male. And I feel like you could really feel that presence, that energy in this deck. But this is a tarot deck and also an oracle deck. So for this one, I need to get the book because they didn't put the names on the card, just the number. All right. So, Chip, this is for you. I can't wait. My mom is abuser and she's going. Come back in a minute, please. Help me. What? Help help do me when soon you can. Okay, Silver Pony. Um I'm sorry about that. But I feel like if you're in danger, the first thing that you should do is, call for assistance. If you fear that you're in danger, you should call for assistance. All right. Take a moment there. Okay. Okay. Let's ring the bell. Let's clear energy. That always reminds me, thank you, Chip. That reminds me of that movie where they say every time a bell rings, the angel gets its wings. So I hope that angel has heard your plight, Silver Pony, and can get to you energetically. But I agree with Chip. If you're in danger, call 911. Um, okay. Hi, Maria. How are you? Welcome in. It's good to see you. All right, we're gonna read for Chip. So Chip has this goal. Chip is trying to help people get monetized. It's a wonderful life. Yes, thank you. Is it Retta? Retta or Rita? It's nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. All right, so last year he helped 30 people get monetized. So then his goal this year is he wants to help 60 people. He wants to double the number. I think that's amazing. So the first card that I got, Chip, is right here. Look, it's the king. The king, but not just any king, the king of swords. So you know what this means, right? This means you got to be super clear with people, okay? Because there's a lot of people that come to the game but don't understand how much work is involved, right? They think, oh, if only Chip could help me, but like there's a limit to what you could do, okay? Hi, Victor, how are you? There's a limit to what you could do. So this King of Swords is saying you are going to have to be very clear with your communication when you're spreading your message, love and kindness and all those things. But YouTube it's like a full-time job. It's like a full-time job and you got to come prepared to do the work. And sometimes that's a hard message to deliver to people. Hi, Amia. How are you? Welcome in. It's good to see you. It's a hard message to deliver, but it can be delivered with tact, with clarity, and I think that you're good at that. So that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that you are going to have to be clearer with your communication this time around, okay? The other thing that came up is right here. You're going to see right away. This is the Five of Swords. You can tell things went down here. There were challenges. Some people thought this isn't fair, this isn't right, you should do this, you shouldn't do that. Like there's gonna be conflict, conflict of interest. This could be a lot of different things. This could be jealousy. This could be high expectations. It could be a lot of different things. That's what happens, unfortunately, sometimes when you try to help people, things happen that way. Like not everybody sees or Silver Pony, I'm sorry. Um if you need help, I'm gonna have to ask you one more time. Please call 911. Like coming onto YouTube and asking for that type of help. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Maybe somebody could articulate that message a little bit better for Silver Pony. All right. So Chip says, yes, a lot of conflict. Yes, because there's a lot of people that come and they have big expectations. Well, I thought you were gonna do this, and this was like they expect certain things. They don't realize like how much work it actually is. And it's not something that comes easy. You gotta do the work. You gotta do the work. Um, yeah. Deb says, I delivered a message today the best that I could. It got out and I felt better. It produced truth for someone who needed it. Oh, I love that, Debs. I had a similar moment like that. Um, I think so too, Ashish. It's possible. It's possible. But somebody asks for help and it's hard for me to know, like, do I need to, do I need to stop and provide moral support? Do I need to call the police? Do I need to, like, what do I need to do? I don't think you can block. No, of course you can't block 911. That's just crazy. Yeah, pray. Jesus will help you. Yeah, Jesus will help you. Look, he's right here. He came out last night in my cards. See that? Ask for help. Ask for help. There's gonna be conflict. Now, that doesn't mean that it's not gonna end well, Chip. That's not what it means. I immediately have very positive because then I pulled two cards from the other deck and I immediately get positive, positive. Look at this. Look at this. Like this is like, I don't know. This feels like love. This feels like connection. This feels like ten of cups is what it feels like. It feels pretty magical. I'm going to look it up in a minute to see. The other thing that came out is this card right here. And this, I see the sword there. Do you see that sword? Swords are, again, your whole reading practically. You got the King of Swords, the Five of Swords, and then from this deck, I'm pretty sure this is the Ace of Swords right here. I'm gonna look it up in a minute, like I said, but that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that the outcome is gonna be a new idea. Midway through this process, Chip, you're gonna have this aha moment and you're gonna come up with a new idea that is going to help streamline the process and simplify things for you. This is they look like swans. You see that? They look like two swans. Yeah, they look like swans. So let me see. So we had card number 37. My guess is that's like, I don't know. I feel like it's 10 of cups, maybe 2 of cups. I don't know. 37. Let's see what it says. 37. It is. It's the 2 of cups. It's the 2 of cups. There it is. Look how beautiful. 2 of cups. So interesting what this says, okay? Silver Pony, I don't think that you're old enough to be in this chat room, honey, so I'm gonna have to, I'm sorry, but I have to pull you out. Okay. This card is gorgeous. And look what it says. A path disappears, but then it reappears when two paths become one. What did I tell you, Chip? Two paths become one. That's why this ace is here, right? That's why this. You have like my way or the highway right here, right? But the two paths will eventually become one path, and that's going to bring that aha moment for you. It's like a moment of clarity, a new idea, maybe even a thank you, Karen. Yeah. Yes. Much love to you. Um but I think that I think it's going to start out with a bang, but I think it's going to end very well. I think it's going to end better, maybe even better than expected. Yes, people. Like, oh my god, what did you think I was gonna do? Teleport myself over there to you? Oh my gosh. I don't have those abilities. I'm sorry. All right, Chip, let me know if you have any questions on that. Chippy, does that make sense? It's not they're oh my god, you Narta. Wow, thank you so much. We sure are. Oh my gosh, thank you. Um, this is not two birds mating, but there's a definite connection here. And I feel like I don't know very much about these birds, but I think that once they make a connection, they stay connected for life. I think it's that kind of deep, deep connection. And I think that that's what you're doing when you do all this, Chip. When you're helping other people, I think people show their true colors. That's what I think. I think people show their true colors. You have some people that come to you and they flat out just want help, right? And then when they get what they want, they move on and do their own thing. And then you have people that come and you build a connection, a partnership, okay? And those people stay. Those people stick around. That's what I feel. I feel like with this card here. And maybe that means that this year you're going to make an awesome connection, you know? It could be that. I don't do a lot of like divinatory style readings, but I feel like that could be it too. Let me know what you think. So it's saying one of the people I'm coaching has a crush on me and here to get me. Chippy, no. No. I don't think somebody has a crush on you. That's so true. Discernment is the word of the year. Yes. Oh, Yunarta. You guys, if you have not connected with Yunarta, she's great. She does, okay, does everybody know the game Uno? She does Uno card readings. And those are not the only readings she does. She does other readings, but this is what I wanted to say. Bye, Daphne. She has been experimenting with because she used to do little readings like top down, and she started experimenting going face, and she's doing so good. She's doing good. It's gonna get easier, I promise you. Oh, and she does it so well. Yeah. That's my message for you, Chippy. Oh my gosh, it's creative, but it's interesting too. And she combines it. Like sometimes she uses tarot deck too. And she has like assigned meanings for each of the numbers, for the reverse cards, for the draw four card, like for all those cards. You might try top down in time. Yeah, why not? Why not, Karen Suki? Karen Suki, you want to be a guest on my channel one of these days? We could do that. And you could do, oh my God, Chip. Oh, thank you. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. You making fun of my readings. Oh, Chip, for real. I don't think somebody has a crush on you, okay? the links don't work for me. Remember, what do you mean the links don't work? Gotta go. Okay, bye, lovey. Thank you so much. What links, Deb? If you're trying to access a link, you have to... Wait, hold on. It looks like it works. Let's see. I clicked it just to see what happens. I'm clicking. It worked. It worked. It totally worked. Yeah, it brought up. It brought it up. It worked. You did it right. You did it right. Good job. Try to share. Is it blue? It's not blue, but when I clicked it, it went. So you did it right. You did it right, friend. All right, Chippy. Chippy, I like this reading for you a lot. A lot. I feel like it's also this reminder, like, because you get invested, right, in helping people. And I just want to make sure also that you're creating nice, solid, firm boundaries with people, right? So that you don't end up getting taken advantage of. I think. I think so. Yeah, it worked. I don't know why it's not blue, but it worked. Yeah, it's not showing up blue. They don't turn blue in the chat. Yeah, that's so weird, but I don't know, but it worked. I clicked it and it went. All right, so that was for Chippy. Maria Scorpio, are you still in there? Maria Scorpio. Maria Scorpio is going to be the next one. That was for Chippy, and we're on, let's see. No, Maria Scorpio is not here. I think she left. Okay, so we're gonna, okay, so I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it there just in case she comes back. She could see that we try to call her. So then Michael Stevens, it's your turn, okay? So we're on Michael Stevens, and after Michael Stevens, well, I removed Silver Pony, so it won't be Silver Pony. After Michael Stevens is Liliana. Okay, Michael Stevens. So we're gonna read for Michael Stevens. Michael Stevens has writer's block. Michael Stevens has writer's block and needs to come up with a couple ideas. Okay, Liliana's here. Perfect. And then after Liliana is Ashish. And if there was anybody that I missed while I was doing the reading, let me know and I'll add you onto the list. But right now I have Michael Stevens, Liliana, and then Ashish. 3 people. All right. Beautiful. I don't know why, believe it or not, I still have my coffee here and it got cold. I can't drink it like that. I don't like it cold. Oh, beautiful Liliana. Okay. You guys, I just realized that I forgot to fill up my water bottle. What a fool. Okay. All right, so Michael Stevens. Michael Stevens has writer's block. Michael Stevens, you know that a lot of people use tarot to help them generate ideas. Have you ever tried that? I was just curious. Hot chocolate time. Ooh, that's yummy. Awesome, New York Debs. You had icicles on your Jeep today? What happened to the cup warmer? I left it in the other room. I left it in the other room, Maria. You haven't. Okay, you could totally do that. You can use tarot for storytelling. A lot of people do that. Also, you know what you could try? I'm not suggesting you run out and buy a bunch of decks, but hold on. I'll show you this one because this is not expensive, this one, okay? It's called Pocket Archetypes, okay? This is an archetype deck and it's a mini. It comes in the tin. The cards are mini. The cards are mini and so is the book. Look at that teeny tiny book. It looks like a little Barbie book. So when I use this book, I have to use this magnifying glass. But this this kind of deck is cool because it just has like archetypes, which I know when you're writing, you rely on archetypes to help build out characters. I guess it depends on what you're writing. What are you writing, Michael Stevens? What are you writing? Tell me what you are writing. Because this is great if you're writing stories, if you're writing plays. If it's something different, it might not be helpful. Nonfiction essays. Okay. So it could be possible, but I'm not sure. Like for example, what would be a topic of an essay? I know the little book is so cute. That's cute. What would be the topic of an essay? Non-fiction. Non-fiction. That means it's the real deal. No fake. No fake stuff. So that might be more difficult to use a tarot deck. Would you go to a concert with your dad? Okay, I see. So you need to generate two ideas. You could still do this with tarot. You could still do this with tarot. Okay, let's see. So the question, Michael Stevens, remind me again, what was the exact question? Will you have an idea in April? Was that the question? Denise Tarot. Oh, I know Denise Tarot. Well, I do watch her channel, or I'm subscribed to her. But yeah, I just know that Karen Suki has been wanting to like test the waters. So I think sometimes it's easier if you do it with someone that you know and trust, which is why I asked her if she wanted to join me one of these days. But there's no pressure, Karen Suki. I don't want to pressure you. You'll do it when the time is right. I went to see Elvis with my dad. I was 12. I went to see WrestleMania with my dad. I don't remember how old I was, but it was awesome. My pleasure. All right, Michael Stevens. Michael Stevens. All right, we're going to have to scroll. Michael. I'm going back in the chat for a minute. I'm having writer's block for April. Will I find 2 more topics? Okay. What stereotypical characters make you cringe? I feel like you could totally use a tarot deck. And I think like an archetype, this is not the only archetype deck, by the way. There's like 3 that I know of that are favorites among, people in the community that would be really, really helpful. So there's options. All right, so let's pull some cards and see what happens. Oh, okay. We got the 4 of Wands, and this is the card of celebration. You see, they're doing the happy dance. So that's telling me, yes, you are going to come up with your ideas. Absolutely. You are going to come up with your ideas. You see them yourself. They're doing the happy dance. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see if there is an oracle card that we can pull. But Michael, I totally think that you should try with the deck. Like pull a card and then get the guidebook and read it and see if anything jumps out at you. Notice how the card that I'm going to pull for you came out right over here by itself. Ooh, it says curiosity. Have a desire to learn more about things. Right? There's not just one way. There's so many different ways to get inspiration. And remember, sometimes it helps to change up your practice, like change up where you're getting your ideas. If you always write at home, maybe one day try people watching at the park and see what comes up to you. Or maybe try people watching at a cafe and see what happens. Or people watching, what would be cool? a college campus. You often see a lot of students out and about just doing random things. I feel like you could possibly get ideas. You just got to get curious and try to do things differently. That's my reading for you, Michael. You're welcome. You always come with the best questions, so thank you for that. Because it, for me as a tarot reader, it's enjoyable to read on a variety of different topics. So I'm always happy. Oh, an internet cafe. Yeah. Yeah, why not? That would be cool. That would be very cool. Oh, the mall. Yeah, the malls too. That'd be fun. Oh my God. That would be awesome. All right, so that was for Michael Stevens. I got Chip. I got Michael Stevens. Maria Scorpio left. Silver Pony got booted out. Liliana, this is for you. Are you here, my dear? Liliana's question was, she's on a personal journey and she wants to know if there's going to be success. Oh, thank you so much. That is so sweet. Thank you. Um, Let me put you right here. I'm about to read for Liliana and then I'll read for you, okay? Kastoori, thank you so much. Kastoori, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Whatever comes out, general. Okay. All right. Liliana, I was gonna use the this deck right here, Tarot of the Strange Branches. But I feel like I want to mix this deck with the deck that I used for Chip. I feel like it's a must. All right, so let's see. Where you pay people $5 to participate. Oh, what is that? Like a surveys. Oh, yeah. I've done those before. You know what I've also done before? Secret shopping. I've done that before. That's a little stressful. That's a little stressful. Okay. Ooh, card number 1 is already out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Sarah, hi. How are you? Welcome in. Oh, it's good to see you. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Okay. So, Liliana, like I pulled one card, I didn't pull it, it just flipped out. Hopefully you saw that, okay? And it flipped out by itself and I feel like I can just stop right here. It's the 6 of Wands. Do you see the laurel wreath on her head? That's victory, that's celebration. This is yes. This is yes. You're going to be successful. Absolutely. That is a yes. That is a yes. And then I just hit something. Oh, it's okay, Sarah. Yeah, it's okay. I know jumper cards are the best. So we got a yes. We got a yes for Liliana. So I'm gonna shuffle just in case there's... Ooh. Oh, this is really pretty. And I think this might be a king. This might be king energy. I'm going to show you the card. I see those yellows and orange. It reminds me of like solar plexus and sacral chakra. So there's a lot of strong energy in this reading for you. Solar plexus for me. And look how beautiful these two cards look together. Not for nothing, but look at all the yellows and oranges. So I'm going to look up this card real quick. I love this deck. 35. This is card number 35. Let's see. I think it's an ace or a king. Let's see. 35. It's the King of Wands. It's the King of Wands. So it's interesting because you have the Six of Wands here and you also have King of Wands. Okay. The King of Wands is a visionary with a strong imagination and a lot of courage. Okay. I love that for you. I'm going to read what it says in the notes just in case you find it helpful, okay? When you lack inspiration, it is often wise to travel paths to big cities. It's in the cities where visionaries live and exchange ideas. If you find yourself in the room with one of these big thinkers, be courageous and add your voice to the conversation. You might be surprised where the path of courage takes you. Oh, I love that so much for you. Oh, that's saying be courageous, be bold. That's saying be bold, woman. If anybody is bold, it's gonna be this energy right here. This is fire energy. This is fire energy. Oh, that's awesome. I love that for you. I can't wait to hear your update. I can't wait to hear your update. I think it's gonna be awesome. Thank you so much for coming in and thank you for letting me read for you. That's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Fire energy. Fire energy. Solar plexus. Solar plexus. Um, that's the seat of your personal power. I don't know if you ever work with essential oils, Liliana, but if you do, right, get you a bottle of wild orange and put a couple of drops in your belly button. Just just do that. Okay? Set your intention and do that. Oh, that made me cry. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. You guys, that's awesome. I feel like the readings are hitting. They're hitting the mark today, but don't cry. Don't cry. Unless it's a happy tear because you got this. You got the Six of Wands. Celebration. Celebration. If Millie was here, she would sing the Cool and the Gang song. Bring your good times, right? And your laughter too. We're gonna celebrate this party with you. I don't know the words. I'm making them up as I go. All right. Samson, can you do a reading for me? Yeah, Samson, I'm gonna add you to the list, okay? Uh, Samson. All right, I'm gonna add you to the list. I just read for Liliana. The next person was Ashish, but Ashish, if you don't mind, I'm gonna read for Kastoori because Kastoori did a donation. So I'm gonna read for Kastoori first, then I do Ashish, and then I'll do you, Samson. Okay? All right. Kastoori wanted a general reading, and I feel like sometimes. Okay, thank you, Ashish. You're very kind. An understanding person. And you're also very patient. I feel like every time you come, you just patiently wait for your turn. You're a good person. All right, Kastoori, I got you. I got you right now. So we're going to do a general reading. And what I'm going to do, I know, no more tears. I'm going to pull a question from the questions deck. And then I'll read the question to you and you can tell me if that resonates for you or not, and then we'll go from there. We got locked down and have to break that nasty fear cycle. Yes, for sure. Huh. Interesting. All right, I don't know if this will make sense. I'll read it to you and you can tell me. The question that came out is, how can I support my physical health? Is health a concern for you? Thank you, Sarah. How can I support my physical health? Let me know what you think about that. If not, we can ditch the card altogether. I don't know if the card came out, that means you might have something to think about there. You tell me. Kastoori. Don't fear people, just be discerning with your energy and there. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Not only that, Liliana, but you know what I was talking about when you first came in, right? My card pull from last night and then the follow-up card from this morning. Like, I feel like that message could potentially also be helpful to you personally. So, think about that. Think about what I said about the balance of energies. Think about that. All right, Kasturi, let me know. Does that question make sense about health? How can I support my health? I'm gonna get the earth. I'm gonna get tarot of strange branches. Yes, it is. Maybe more on an emotional level. I'm mentally worried about a certain experience. Okay, that makes sense. Yes, because you know what it is, Kastori, right? This is I'm gonna talk about this because this is something that I'm currently facing. Okay, I have found that sometimes you experience a situation here, okay, in your mind, and it starts to take root. And then before you know it, you start to experience a physical manifestation of that thing that used to be just this thing. Now all of a sudden, you feel like I'm having a hard time falling asleep at night. I'm having a hard time staying asleep. I'm having a hard time finding motivation to get up. I am having a headache. I am feeling lower backache. I am feeling a lot of tension. I'm getting a lot of stomach aches. Those are physical manifestations of things that we worry about all the time. Yes, it is. I think like I try to think about these things holistically. Sometimes when we get stuck on a tangent about something, it shows up in our physical body. So that's why I said like maybe we should not ignore that health card, and see. So let's see what message. Ooh, you got a special card. So you know the tarot deck. Hey, Simple, how are you? Thank you for the sparkles. Um, this a tarot deck has 78 cards, and this particular deck came with two extra cards. And the two extra cards are as above, so below, right? You got so below. Ooh, and this is just so important because for me, this is about like if you're spending a lot of time up here, this is saying reroute that energy back into the earth. You got to find a way to take it and transmute it. You got to transmute the energy and release those negative ions back into the soil. And it's not difficult to do. And it's springtime right now. So maybe, I don't know what area you're in right now, but it could be a perfect time for you to go outside and start grounding. Go outside barefoot, release those energies into the soil. Like, make that your intention. Don't just go out there, take off your shoes, and walk around, okay? Like, no, you have to, like, actually make it. Make it a, yeah, you could use a tree. I have I have one specific tree on my property. I swear, like every time I touch it, my hands tingle. So when I need that, I go to that tree. Um, all right, so you have so below. And think about it. That saying is usually tied to the magician card, as above, so below. And usually in the magician card, there's one hand going to the heaven, the other hand is pointing to the earth. And basically that what it's saying is that you want to pull the energy from above and bring it with you and apply it here on this, on this 3D existence that we're living in, right? So there's a little bit of magic in that. All right, so you have that card. Let's see what else comes out for you. I definitely need to pull some oracle cards. I'm getting that I need to just get the oracle cards. So let me get that. These two decks are beautiful together. It's like a rose petal finish, so sometimes the cards get stuck. All right. Maria. I never want to get off the bed because there's no point. I have no reason to. You do have a reason, Maria. Surely at some point you have to go get a drink of water and you have to pee and, wash your face and those little things. Wow. I feel like this is so interesting. All right. This is so interesting because I pulled out 3 oracle cards for you, okay, Kastoori? So we talked about the original question, which was how can I support my physical health? And you mentioned that this is probably more of an emotional or mental health issue. So the tarot card that came out was actually so below. And we talked about the importance of rooting and grounding, and this could be done outdoors. We talked about grounding into the earth. We talked about tree, but this could also be meditation, right? This could be visualizing that you are deeply rooted, that roots are growing out of the soles of your feet, and that you are deeply rooted into the ground and you are connected, right? From the top and from the bottom. It could also mean that. And I'm just putting it out there because you know why? Because the first card that came out is right here, Drifter. And I feel like maybe, hi Cat Goddess, welcome in. I feel like maybe you might be at this point right now, like at a point in time where you kind of feel perhaps like you've lost a little bit of control over the situation and things are just kind of happening to you instead of for you. And I think it's interesting because that was the first card, and then the last card is this one, Dreamer, but notice the boat. I feel like that's synchronicitous, the fact that there's a boat in the first card and in the third card. When I look at this card, I'm like, get your head out of the clouds. That's what I think every time I see this Dreamer card. And the card in the center, which I think is the key to this reading, I'm going to show you the voice. I feel like this is all about the power of the voice. What happens when we take charge and we speak clearly without fear, without hesitation, you know, with kindness, right? Because the point isn't to come, the tongue is like a knife, right? And it can cut and it can hurt. And there's sometimes we say things that we cannot, like once it's out there, you can't take it back, right? You can't take it back. So you want to be mindful. You want to be mindful. The best way to be mindful is to stay grounded and stay connected, to your body, to your physical body, right? To do that, it's kind of like this is like the opposite of this. This is like you're floating in the sky, and this is like, no, I'm deeply rooted and I know exactly where I am, who I am, what I stand for, and what I believe in. I think a big part of that is going to be using your voice in order to find connection. And the fact that there's 2 people here, maybe that it could be that you may have a partner that you can join up with to help relay that message. By partner, I feel like um, this could be somebody that you know. It doesn't have to be a romantic, right? It doesn't have to be romantic. Okay, I saw that comment briefly. I didn't see the whole thing. I saw the part that said I feel blocked. And I get that. I get that. When I look at this reading, that's what it feels. How can you possibly navigate your boat if you have all these clouds in the way, blocking your line of sight? Is, what I'm seeing. So because of that, because you're not able to navigate your own boat, because you can't really see where you're going right now, you're just kind of drifting. But there's a way to there's always a way to change things. There's always a way to change things. Hold on, hold on. Okay, let's see if this deck cooperates and gives us a closing message. Oh my goodness. May I be added to the list? Oh yeah, I'll add you. Cat Goddess. Right now I'm reading for Kastoori, and then after that it's gonna be Ashish, Samson, and then you. Okay, Cat Goddess? Okay. There's like devastation. You can see that those 3 swords have gone into that tree and it's come crashing down. So but I get the sense that this is what is holding you in place. I feel like this already happened. Whatever this was, this already happened. And now you're trying to figure out how to work through it. Is that making sense? Maybe past trauma, but I feel like there is something I don't find the solution. Yeah. There's something that you need to work through. Wow. Wow, wow. Lucy, you couldn't have come in at a better time. Like, sometimes I just don't understand how things happen. Hi, Diamond. How are you? I'll add you to the list right now. Okay, you guys. You are about to experience a synchronicity like I haven't seen in a while. Do you remember earlier that I said I was using this deck? And tarot decks have 78 cards. That is the system. This particular deck came with 2 extra cards. And I told you that the card that I pulled for you was one of the extra cards. And it was so below. And I explained that the other card was as above. That is exactly what just came out. I'm I'm blown away. I feel like this is and this could be difficult to digest, right? But this is the message that you are getting. As above, so below. As above, so below. You have to think about what that means for you. Honest to goodness, this is pure magician energy coming in. This is pure magician energy. As above, so below. Right? As above. Here, what you think about and what you create in here becomes your reality. You have to be a lot more mindful about what you are ruminating on because you're creating your current situation. That is the blockage that you're experiencing, and unfortunately it's coming from within you. It's coming from within you. Your blockage is created by you. So you can change that. You can turn that around. You can turn that around, but you have to find your voice. You have to find your voice because there is a way for you to be able to overcome that heartbreak. Whatever it was that devastated you, that you're trying to work through, you can overcome it, but you have to be the magician of your own life, right? You know what tools you have available to you, and you have to work that magic. So I do see a lot of magician energy here, but I feel like the strongest message that I am getting is that we create our realities up here, and we have to find a way to shift the way that we think about things. And maybe you could start simple, right? Like maybe when you sense that thought coming into your mind, you could just stop right there and be like, I cancel that thought, I cancel that thought, I cancel that thought. That is something that I do all the time. When I feel like a negative thought creeping in and I catch it, I'm like, nope, I cancel that. I cancel that thought. You create your own reality. That's what I'm seeing here. As above, so below. So because that's all you're thinking about right now, I'm blocked, I can't move forward, I can't, then that is becoming your reality. So it's your voice that makes the difference. So tell yourself when you feel those things coming in, tell yourself something different. Change your own reality. That's what I'm getting with this reading, my dear. Wow. That was wow. Wow. I'm going to pause and you can tell me what you think. And while you do that, I want to say hello. I want to say hello to some of my friends. Lucy came in at like the most amazing moment. Diamond, is it still open? Yes, Diamond, and I got you on the list. And then Lucy said, I want to be added to the list. Okay, I'll put Lucy too. I got Lucy on the list. And Cat Goddess, I just saw angel number right when you said that. What was the angel number? What was the angel number? Ooh, that's so cool. Oh my gosh, Nightbot, where am I on the list? Diamond, you're so funny. Okay, hold on. I just read for Kastoori. So right now I have 5 people on the list. So I have Ashish, then Samson, then Cat Goddess, then Diamond, then Lucy. So we got 5 people on the list. My pleasure. Hi, Katie. How are you? Welcome in. Thanks for coming in, Katie. It was 555. See? 555. That's so awesome. All right. Kastoori, are you still here? Please say yes. Hopefully you didn't get disconnected from the chat. Um, if anything, and I think everybody that comes here regularly knows that I do this, but just in case, I do, is tonight card night? I don't think so, but if Victor wants me, I'll be there. Um, At the end of the stream, usually in the morning, like tomorrow when I sit down with my cup of joe, I'll go in and I'll put timestamps so that if you want to go back and find your reading and like listen to it one more time after you have time to digest it, then you could do that. So in case you didn't know that, I do that every single time. And hopefully that helps you. And thank you for letting me read for you. Thank you for your donation and and for coming in and supporting my work. Let me know if you have any questions about any of that. Okay. Well, that I will go ahead and start. I just cannot believe. You know how sometimes you have, is the list still open? Yes, the list is still open, Carrie. You know, sometimes like you have an extra card, like a deck that has an extra card in it, and that card never comes out. Like, what are the odds that both of the cards, both the extra cards would come out in that reading. I'm just like obsessed. Look at that. As above, so below. We really do create our own reality and we just don't even. Oh, hi, Mary Wins. How are you? Welcome in. I agree with the reading, but I feel it's more complicated than that this time. Oh, I understand, Kastoori. I understand. I think it's possible that you may have to approach this in baby steps, like little by little. Please put me on the list. Okay, I'll put you on the list, my Karen Suki. It's more complicated than that. Kastoori, what are some of do you have like a self-care practice? What are some of the things that you're doing for self-care? Maybe we could figure out something that works for you. I had to go to Reiki to find out what black me was at that time that I healed. Ooh, Reiki's a great idea. I love Reiki. The other thing that I love, and I don't know if you've ever tried this, sound healing. I love sound healing, and like sound healing online is great and I think it works, right? But there's nothing like going for a sound bath live in person. It resets your entire system. It's so good. So I'm just like wondering if you have any, type of practices like that that help you to kind of move energy in your body. Yeah, you're not kidding. We're all going through things right now. Mm-hmm. Sound healing is what the ancients used. Yeah. I've had wonderful experiences with sound healing. I also find that when I do sound healing, I go deeper into my meditations. I work with singing bowls. Oh, that's amazing. Yes, I love them. I love them. I have a sound healer, that is not too far from here, from me, anyways, and she's amazing. And she uses the bowls, she uses forks, she uses the gong, she uses the rain stick. And she has a couple other tools. I don't know the name. The thunder one that makes the thunder sound. She has a bunch of them. Sometimes it's like difficult to understand how one person could put all those sounds together and make that music. Honestly, it's so mind-boggling to me. Ooh, the Tibetan bowls. Yeah, yeah. I have also tried singing bowls, like mixed dualities, right? I have also tried singing bowls with acupuncture. It wasn't as effective for me, but other people really, really like it. Right now, it's like I'm on a pause and I can't go forward and I don't know how to explain. Kastoori, did you ever think that maybe perhaps there's something that you're meant to discover on this pause and that's why you're not able to move forward just yet? I wonder. Oh, I agree, Karen. I love tapping. Have you ever tried tapping? Where they're repeating. It's like a way to help reprogram, and then as you're doing it, you tap different I forget what they're called. Meridians maybe. You tap different meridians to help like uh rewire the brain. Sometimes that happens. If you have a journaling practice, because that could be a perfect way to chart things like that. If you don't have a journaling practice, journaling maybe is not your thing. But maybe you could grab your phone. I do this for my dreams. For dream journaling, I don't write it down. I use my phone and I like voice record my dream into an app. So if journaling, like actually writing stuff down is not your thing, you might try voice recording. Uh and that might be a good way to do it. You never know. But I feel like there's something there for you. There's like a takeaway. There's a takeaway. I love using these little question cards. Gosh, I find them to be very helpful. I tapped in the forehead, yes, and here, like in the heart, and then right here. There's a lot, and then there was like here in the shoulders. I used to do it a lot more often, and I haven't done it in a while, but I really liked it when I did it. All right. So I've shared as many ideas as I possibly could think of, and by all means, those are not the only ideas. I'm sure there's more, but I'm hopeful that maybe one of those would resonate for you and that you may try that in the future. And hopefully you can come back and let me know how it goes. It's a lot. Yeah. Mind, heart, stomach. You're welcome. I shall play for you. Oh my gosh, I love this thing, and I bought this at my sound healing place. And I went and I sat in her room and I tested every one that she had until I found the one that resonated for me. This one is 741. This one is 741. I love it. You're welcome. And I have never been able to find anything like this on Amazon. It's crazy. You have freckles that I hadn't noticed before. A rain stick. Yes, that would be awesome. Kastoori, thank you so much. I wish you all the best and come back and let us know. Let us know how everything goes for you. I know. I gotta like keep up with the skincare because, I get a lot of like sunspots too. Unfortunately, when you're a kid and you're just trying to be like, I need a suntan, and then you do all this sun damage, and then later in life you're like, I gotta protect my skin. Much love to you, Kastoori. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. All right, Ashish. Ashish, it's your turn. Are you still here? Thank you for being patient. I have Ashish, and then after Ashish is Samson. Oh, Ashish is not here? Wait. Yeah, Ashish is here. Ashish. I'll put it here because sometimes people say that they miss it, so I'll put it here. Ashish usually is always around in the chat. Oh, there. Okay. Any messages from my dog named Sheba? She passed away in 2019. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. We need the other deck. We need this one. We need shimmering veil. All right. I know how you feel. I know how you feel, Ashish. I had a cat that passed away many years ago, and I swear I still feel her energy. I still feel her energy. Born with dark circles. I use castor oil and coconut oil and aloe on my face. Oh, you do. I'm gonna okay, New York Debs. I'm gonna share a trick. Not a trick, a product that I've tried before, and it's not for the weak, but it works and it feels amazing after you're done. I'm gonna get the products and show you. Oh, the first card, don't go away. It's right here. Ooh. This is pretty powerful, Ashish. So we have a major arcana card, and this is the judgment card. But I think what I'm seeing in this card energetically is all of the souls rising above. There's as if there's a connection and that one day you will be together again, is what I get like with this card energetically. I feel like your pup is perhaps up here and you're longing for the day to connect with them again energetically. I get the sense that perhaps they feel the same way. They feel the same way. Any additional messages from the pup to Ashish? Ooh. Ashish, we have the High Priestess. So, the High Priest, that's another major arcana card, by the way. The High Priestess is the invitation to connect with your within, right? Your inner guide, your inner compass, however you like to think about that, your higher self, your intuition. I feel like it's possible for you to energetically connect with the energy of your pup. That's kind of like the message that I'm getting. That's the message that I'm getting. Dog Day have been repeating for me oddly. Ashish, I had her from 2002. That's a long time. Yeah. Diamond. Does anybody have the list? Yes, Diamond. Right now I'm reading for Ashish, and then is Samsung is the next one. Cat Goddess, then you, Diamond, then Lucy, then Karen Suki. And I'm not gonna add anybody else on until I get caught up again. Okay. Ashish, are you still in here? Hold on. Oh, you're welcome. Ashish, did you hear what I said? I feel like with these cards here, energetically, I feel like you have that capability of connecting with your pet. And I'm gonna get the little booklet so I can tell you more about that priestess. I'm gonna apologize right now because this is very hard for me to see. Oh my gosh, I want to show you something real quick. All right, this deck, the artist is Sela Conway. She is very gifted. I feel like she channeled this deck. Okay, so this is the tarot card right here, but I want to show you like what the actual painting, because she painted all of these. That's what the actual painting looks like. Can you see that? That is what the actual painting looks like. But of course, that wouldn't be too big for the card. So then they did like this portrait version. But you can see the painting is amazing. The painting is amazing. And there's something over here. Hold on. In this card, it's very difficult to see, but back here, there's a little teeny tiny figure. And this is a pomegranate. It's ripe. It's ready to burst. I feel like all you need to do is try to connect with the energy through meditation and see if you could open yourself up so that their energy could connect with yours. I'm trying to get to where, hold on, right here, the High Priestess. Oh, that's interesting because it says, as we grow, a veil seems to drop between the dimensions. And I kind of feel that. I feel like as I progress in my life, the older that I get, I feel like the veil gets thinner and thinner. And I'm able to intuitively pick up on more, sense more, see more, dream more, remember more. It's just really interesting. Hi, Millie. How are you? Welcome in. All right. The High Priestess can access higher dimensions through dreams and visions. Her eyes look deep into the past, present, and future. Oh, that's interesting. The past, the present, and the future. The High Priestess. I'm going to tell you the names of the goddesses that are connected to this energy, and you can let me know if any of these resonate for you. So, of course, there's the Greek goddess Diana. And then I think Diana was Greek. And then we have Aphrodite. We have Ishtar. And let's see. Those are the ones that are listed here. Or the Delphic Oracle. The Delphic Oracle. Elizabeth can teleport and time travel. Maybe she can get rid of my mice. All right, sounds good, Millie. Okay. Ashish. Ashish. I'm going to scroll backwards a little bit because I want to make sure that I got the answer to your specific question. You had her from 2022. You had her from 2022, and I'm looking for the message where you said that they left in 2019. Right here. Any messages from my dog Sheba, and she passed away in 2019. So far from what I'm seeing here, Ashish, is I feel like there is opportunity for connection directly with Sheba. Does Sheba have any messages for Ashish? Oh my God. Ashish, like you're getting all the major arcana cards. Wow. Wow, you got 4 major arcana cards, Ashish. You got the card of judgment, you got the high priestess, you have the lover's card. That's soulmate, that's a soul connection. I feel like your pet is definitely with you. That's a soul connection. You have the lover's card right here. The lover's card, and then you have card number 1, the magician. This is crazy to me because you had the magician and the high priestess, right? So it's like a combination of divine feminine and divine masculine. But I feel like this lover's card is your pet. It's you definitely had a soul connection with this animal. Debs, I'm gonna put you on the list, okay? Debs wants to know about bear. Okay. All right, Ashish. I think that's a beautiful confirmation for you. Soul connection. That is a soul connection. Your best friend. Yes. Yes. There's a soul connection there. I don't know. Maybe they will reincarnate. Do you believe in reincarnation? You have all major arcana cards. I'm just like, wow. You have, I don't know if you're into the numbers, but you have the 1, you have the 2, you have a 6, and you have 20. I had her from 2002 to 2019. So 17 years. That is such a long time. You were blessed, Ashish. You were blessed. You got her in 2002, right? There's the 2 card. You got her. Look, the first card that came out was 20, and the second card was 2. 2002. Tell me if that is not synchronistic. You got her in 2002. Those were the first 2 cards. That's amazing. And then after that, you had the Lover's card, the card of soul connections. So, so beautiful. What a great reading for you, Ashish. I don't know. I feel like you might be able, I feel that your best friend is with you energetically to this day. I feel like you will be connected with them. I don't know if it's in this life or in another life, but I do see that there's a forever connection here. For sure. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Let me see. All right, my comments. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome, Ashish, and thank you for always coming in, and thank you for being patient. I know you got bumped in the readings. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, that was for Ashish, and we used the shimmering veil because I felt like we needed that. We needed that. So I'm going to put shimmering veil right over here just in case. Okay, that was for Ashish. And next we have Samson. Samson. All right, I put in an all call. That's an APB out for Samson. And then if Samson doesn't answer, then it will be, wait, where's Cat Goddess? She was just here, I thought. Cat Goddess was just here. Oh, yep. Okay. All right. So Samson is not, I don't think Samson is present. I'm gonna cross off Ashish. Oh, I did this wrong. I just crossed people off and I meant to put check marks. Okay, I read for Chip, I read for Michael, I read for Liliana, I read for Ashish and Kastoori. Samson is not here. I'm going to Cat Goddess. Okay, and then after Cat Goddess is Diamond. Okay, Diamond? All right, Cat Goddess. What does my spirit guide and angels want or even need me to know right now? Okay. Spirit messages. Spirit messages. I don't know. let's continue. Let's continue with, okay, Diamond, thank you for letting me know. You will be after Cat Goddess. All right, let's continue with this deck and give it a shuffle. Messages from Spirit. Messages from Spirit. This is going to be for Cat Goddess. What does her spirit team want or need her to know? Cat Goddess, hold on. I need... Where are you? Where are you? Here. I found it. All right. We are gonna put a... Your house looks so clean. Thank you. I'm gonna use this as the Oracle deck. Guides from the Hidden Realms. I love this deck for spirit guide readings. So we will use this for your Oracle. I think this will match nicely. I think this will match nicely. You could tell when even the card backs look pretty together. Aren't those pretty? Even the card backs. Even the card backs match. All right. So, all right, a message from Spirit. A message from Spirit for... Oh, Candy. My aunt had guilt. You love them. I know. This deck is so good. This is my only CBR deck, and I adore it. I feel like I don't need any of the other decks. This one is perfect. All right. What does my spirit guides and angels want or even need me to know right now? This is for Cat Goddess. What is the message? Too many. That's too many cards. Okay. Whoa! The Lover's card came back out. The Lover's card. All right, so we have that card, and then we're going to use the Colette Baron Reed deck. Guides of the Hidden Realm. And let's see. You have several. I know. It's so hard, but this one is my favorite one of hers. I got this one last year. I think, is this Hay House? I think, yeah, I got it in the Hay House sale. You know, when they do their sale once a year, it's so good. It's hard to pass it up because they have a lot of their stuff at like 50% off. All right. Tell me more about this Lover's card. What is the message for Cat Goddess? Oh. Oh, that's interesting. All right, so you have the card of the Lovers that has come out, right? Major Arcana card. The Lovers is usually connected to a choice. It could be a soul connection. It could be read in a lot of different ways. So I've asked Spirit to help clarify. I love that these are like kind of bird figures. At least I feel that way. I feel like this part here seems like a wing, and I like how both the wings together make the shape of a heart. So there's a lot of love here in this card, okay? And then the Oracle card says, first of all, it's card number 17, just in case you're into the numbers part of it. It's card 17, and it says a call to transformation. Okay, this is a card about metamorphosis and the in between. Okay, I'm going to show it to you. The metamorphosis, of course, changes that we go through, and you can see the butterflies there. Actually, this figure kind of looks like a butterfly a little bit. And the in between. So I want to read about that. But I need a drink of water. All right. 17. Oh my God, I split the book open right to number 17. Wow. Okay. I'm going to show you the card again. Let me see if there's a way to hold kind of both. Let's see. I'll do it like that. All right, so the key concepts in this card are metamorphosis, the in-between. So this card is about that natural discomfort that we experience when we're in between the way that things used to be and the way that they're going to be. So it's about letting go of something in the past. So that's interesting, right? Because it's talking about that uncomfortable feeling that we feel when we're in limbo. Like we're not over here, but we're not over here. We're in this in between and it just feels awkward and uncomfortable. There's a period of transition. So it says, when a caterpillar is ready to change, imagine how it might feel sick and disconnected. Who is it becoming? What is life away from the comfortable fuzziness and the safety of leaves? It knows only sweet, languid crawling, not the terrifying air, yet it dreams of flying. So it grows a cocoon, and then it loses itself. Okay. Sorry, I lost my place. Hold on. There is... There. Okay. Okay, so it was talking about it grows a cocoon and loses itself. It surrenders to the change, dreaming of strange and new experiences. How frightening it must be to die the old form so that a new incredible one can arise. And then the cocoon no longer fits. And there's a call to break open the barriers, to allow this new self to soar. The risk is too great to remain. The gift is in the breaking free and becoming the new. Crawling is in the past. You are now called to emerge. Spread your wings and fly. You were the caterpillar, but now you're the butterfly. You were born to change. You leave your comfort zone in order to evolve. Surrender to the process and trust that the changes are for your good, becoming who you were destined to be. You already know how to fly. This is your time. Revel in it. What a great message. That's really pretty. Tell me if that makes sense for you. Tell me if that makes sense because I read to you the message for the card, but there's also a reversal message. So if it doesn't make sense, I can read the reversal. Tell me if that aligns. Do you feel like sounds like me whenever I pull cards for myself, cards are flying everywhere. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're working on origami. That's wonderful. Oh, hi, Lori. How are you? It's good to see you. All right. Welcome in. I'm waiting to see, Cat Goddess, if this made sense, this reading made sense for Cat Goddess, because what I'm seeing is we have this call here, the Lover's card, but I feel like this might be a choice. And the choice might be, you might be in this situation where you are looking back on the way that it was, and the choice could be, are you ready to step into the future, to step into the now? Let me know if that makes sense for you. I need to get back into origami. I could imagine that it would be like very soothing and relaxing. I feel like that when I play with my fountain pen inks. It, I find it to be very, very relaxing. Yes, very zen. That's a perfect word. All right. Cat Goddess, let me know what you think. Let me know if that reading resonates for you. You have the call of transformation. So you're either embracing the change or you're in that awkward in between stage where you're trying to figure out what's going on. And then Diamond, you will be next after that. So you could let me know what your question was. I feel like I have a collection of decks everywhere. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm pretty paper. I know. I know. I bought myself a new fountain pen and I want to put like really pretty glitter ink in it. I spent the last weekend with my grandbabies here. Oh, that's so good. Did you guys have a great time? I hope you did. I mean, how could you not? Kids bring so much fresh energy. All right, so hi, Ascending. How are you? It's good to see you. Okay, while we're waiting for, okay, to be honest, I've been trying to figure out what's going on with a lot of things. Okay. It sounds like you might be in that in between then, in the in between message. So, just in case, I'm gonna tell you what it says on the other side of that, and maybe this makes better sense. Okay. The time between was and, okay, hold on. The time between what was and what will be is one that most of us try to avoid. Why does that sound like such an awkward sentence? I get what they're trying to say. Like that in between time is something that we try to avoid, okay? Whether you are neither here nor there, who you were or who you want to become. But this period is essential to understanding who you are at your core, your truest values, and what drives you to your destiny. When your old life no longer serves you and you've already begun the process of becoming a new version of yourself, ask, what do I need to become to have the experience that I say I want? Ooh. I'm gonna read that for you again, Cat Goddess, because I feel like that's a wonderful question to start with. So your question was, what does my spirit guide want me to know, or what do they need me to know? And I feel like this is it right here. This is the question they want you to ask yourself. What do I need to become to have the experience that I say I want? So this is about thinking about what you want and then thinking about how am I going to get there? What is it that I need to change in order to manifest what it is that I'm trying to bring in? In essence, that's what that's saying, right? You have to ask yourself that question, right? What has to change? What can I take with me and what do I need to discard? It is important to see the past as a gift. Honor what was and take it as pearls with you, for they are the little treasures that you will need when you cross into the adventure of the uncharted future and discover your new self. They want you to do some homework. In essence, they want you to do some homework. They want you to think about what it is that you're trying to bring in, and then think about what you need to do in your today to prepare for that future moment. That's what's happening. That took a while to, for me to get, and it was written a little like awkwardly, but that is what I'm getting. So hopefully you can sit with that and think about what that means for you in your life. That was a call to transformation. See? You could call it a call or you could call it a call out. Oh, you forgot to say hi to Naipa. Naipa is sad. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, that's a great little deck from the fabulous Colette Baron Reed. Okay, I'm gonna try going to small businesses. Oh, what you gonna do there? What are you gonna do at the small businesses? Okay, that also makes sense since I've also been somehow looking back on a few things as a form of grounding and balancing my energy at the core. Yeah. So, and remember what the little booklet said. It said it's okay, right, to reflect on those things, but think of them as little pearls. And you put that pearl on a strand and you carry it with you because they're little pearls of, you ever hear that term, pearls of wisdom? That's where it comes from. Pearls of wisdom. It's something that you can take with you to help you in the future, right? Little things that we had to go through in order to become who we're meant to become. There's a deep message there. Wow. Spirit is not messing around tonight. There's a lot going on. Okay, let me see. All right, so that was for Cat Goddess, and now we have Diamonds. Now we're reading for Diamond, and Diamond is here. I will drop my question. Okay, thank you. While Diamond does that, I want to get something to show Karen Suki, who is working on her origami. Karen Suki is working on her origami. Let's see. Lights. We need lights. All right. This is, can you post it again? Chats have been moving fast. Oh, I know. Okay. Now, you were talking about skin earlier. I missed most of the conversation where you were talking about taking better care of your skin and like deep circles under your eye. We were talking about sunspots and different things. And I was saying that there is a little like it's like a beauty hack, right? And I tried it and it does work. But you have to mind the recipe. I found it somewhere on Instagram and I'm sure you can Google it and look it up. But it involves mixing. This is Indian healing clay. I'll show you. Indian healing clay. You see that? So, and in essence, what you do is you make a mask out of it. Okay. This is a Aztec. This is Aztec. It's deep pore cleansing. Okay. Natural calcium bentonite clay. So what I've done in the past is I mix it with this honey right here. This is raw manuka honey. Do you see that? Raw manuka honey. This is not for the for the meek. This is not for the meek, right? Because when you put it on, I feel like you have to build up to it and it feels like stinging, like it could feel like it's like a little bit too much. But you mix it with this raw manuka honey and it makes a mask and then you put it on and then you wash it off. And I find this to work really, really well. Okay. So I'll show you this one again. These products, I just picked them up on Amazon. See? What is the ratio? I'm gonna look it up because it's been a hot minute since I did it. Why can't you use regular honey? Well, I didn't ask the girl. I didn't ask, Maria. I just saw the recipe and I was like, I'll try it. You use raw manuka honey. I'm going to, yay, that receipt. Thanks. You're welcome. Okay, so I'm gonna set these products right over there. Okay, now we're reading for diamond. See, if you come here, you get readings and beauty secrets. It would be both fun and relaxing. Yeah, that is the best honey. It is so good. It's so good for you. Okay, Diamond, what major things are coming to me this year? If it's love, financial, job upgrade, what does the year have in store for me? Okay, that's a very big question. Let's go to Earth Woman. Any changes that are coming for Diamond? Oh, all right. Diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. I'm sure you've heard that a million times, but I had to say it because that's kind of what I'm feeling here. First of all, Spirit is saying they want you to take a break. They want you to rest. Stop thinking so hard. Try to find time at some point to relax your mind, let go of thoughts, just be in the moment and enjoy life, right? The 4 is a number of stability. Swords is connected to communication. It's air, so it would be thought, logic, thinking, mindsets, like all the things. But this card usually means trying to take a break from all of that. Stop thinking, stop trying to strategize, stop trying to plan ahead, stop everything. Take some time for you to find your center, to relax, to enjoy the moment in time, okay? The reason for that is because there's going to be new things coming for you, okay? There's new things coming for you. And I think it's multiple things, or it could be a thing that brings in combinations of things. And I feel like that feels natural to me, right? That's kind of how spirit moves. When you, like, let's say, for example, you start a new job. Well, that's financial. You started a new job, but that's also emotional because you have to go through different things. And that's also air thinking, right? Because now you have to strategize what you're going to do when you start this new job. So I feel like new situations come in and it doesn't have to necessarily be one thing, it could be a combination of things. And I'll just show you right here. You have two, not just one. You have two aces. You have cups and swords, right? Water and air. This is thinking. This is this could be a new way of thinking. This could be shifting your mindset. This could be trying a new strategy. This could be letting go of a belief that was holding you back and embracing a new idea. It could be so many things. And then this one, right? The Ace of Cups. I mean, yes, cups are emotions, and you could look at this and think, oh, a new relationship. That's possible, right? It could be that, but it could also be a new connection to your intuition. It could be creativity. It could also be spiritual. A lot of times when you see the Ace of Cups, you often see the dove right back here. You see it? In almost every single Ace of Cups, you're gonna see the dove. And the dove has, look what is in the mouth, right? Like the sprig, the little leaf, the peace offering. Almost every single I'll show you. I got the regular deck of cards right here, right? I don't read with these cards. I just use them for reference and for study, okay? But I'm going to show you what I mean. When you look at this card, where's the ace? The ace. I think this Rider-Waite deck really and truly shows just how spiritual this card is. You see the dove, and the dove is carrying the Holy Communion, right? The bread of life, and the cup. And you see the cup is on that hand that's floating. That's a gift from spirit. That is a gift being presented to you from spirit, and it's overflowing. You know, the cup runneth over, right? That's what that is. And I feel like the dove is very important in this card. So I love that they included it here too. You see the similarities with these cards. It's very, 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 very beautiful. So I definitely get the sense that Spirit is saying, take a break for right now, relax, because new things are coming, and later on, you're going to be in go mode. You're going to be doing so much more and trying new things. And you know, new beginnings are not always easy, right? New beginnings are not always easy. They take a lot of energy. They make you tired. Sometimes they make you feel like giving up, you know, like if it's a difficult thing that is beginning for you. So just saying, rest now while you can. That's pretty much that message that is coming out for you. Rest now while you still can. You see it? That's the message. And I feel like I want to read to you from that 4. The 4 of Swords. Let's see. Yeah. It says rest, pause, relaxation. Okay. A woman lies in a hammock, gently swinging above the flowers below. The 4 swords float above her in the starry sky. She lets herself rest, knowing that she has nothing to do right now. The 4 of swords suggests that you should give yourself a break. You've been busy planning and achieving and making the most of your time and being productive. And all of those are good things, okay? But it says your efficiency and hard work is going to bring great outcome. I mean, hello. It's going to bring you great outcome. Wow. You should be proud of yourself. I'm going to tell you that again. In case no one is recognizing what you're doing, Diamond, be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. Pat yourself on the back and tell yourself, I'm doing good, because you are. Okay? Paul, come on, man. Hi, Angela May Hookings. All right. Now, what else does it say? It is important that you take a well-earned rest to restore your energy. If you have been going through a difficult time, this card is a sign to take a step back and pause for a moment. Go easy on yourself. Allow time to rest and repair. Enjoy a moment in nature. Slow down, relax. Everything else can wait. Everything else can wait. So that is my message for you, Diamond. Let me know if that makes sense for you. I will pull a I'll pull a oracle card for you as well, because maybe while you're resting in that hammock, I can give you something to focus on. I can give you something to, oh, I know, a hammock would be so good. I have a hammock. I don't think it's that comfy. I need to see. Oh my gosh, this is the first time I get this card and it's beautiful. Wow. And it's so perfect for that Four of Swords. Look at that card, Diamond. Look at that card. All right. I don't know what it's called when they do this. I think it's in India, right? Where they paint on the hands. I forget what it's called. But that takes a long time to do. That takes a long time. And look at the key word on this. It says effort. Effort. And that's what this Four of Swords was saying, right? You've put in so much effort. Be proud of yourself and give yourself a break. Give yourself a chance to rest, to regenerate, right? To restore, to come back to your center. The effort card says, I am dedicated to achieving my goals. I feel like I have to tell you this. Just because you take a break doesn't mean that you don't care about your goals. It's a gift that you're giving to yourself so that you could continue on your journey. Okay? That is the message for you, my dear. I think it's beautiful. Let me know if that makes sense. Karen Suki. Nobody has pretty feet. Feet are abused. That's because we squeeze our feet into a thing that looks like a pizza slice. I know this card is so great. I love this card. And it's so perfect for this message for Diamond. Diamond, let me know what you think, Diamond. That's beautiful. I need to get a sip of water. You're welcome. I get the sense that you have a lot of things that you are trying. Oh, Chip, hi. That you're trying to work on and accomplish, and that's great. But you got to give your body a chance to rest, to heal, to create new ideas. Create new ideas. Now, Lucy. Yes, now Lucy. All right, that was her Diamond. Lucy, my girl, are you still here? Yes. Okay. Yes, I am. See? Yeah. So for people who are used to like go, 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 do, I got this, I got a checklist, I got to check things off the list, it's very hard for us to take breaks. So hard. So, yeah, that's what Spirit is saying. Chip, you crack me up. Not getting no reading and run. Yeah, eat and run. A lot of people eat and run. Come back for dessert. I'm gonna get my question ready. Okay, get your question ready. And do you let me ask you, do you all mind if I pause for a moment and go grab a refill on my water? Would that be okay? Will you guys keep each other company while I grab a refill? I feel like when I take a break for long, I'm not doing what should be done. I know. I know. But it doesn't have to be a long break. It could be take a day for yourself. It could be take a day for yourself, right? Let me ask you this, Diamond. Do you have a full-time job? No, a lot of people have a full-time job, and then you have 2 days off in the weekend, and then in those 2 days off, you're cleaning and doing laundry and running errands and taking care of stuff. Give yourself one day and see how you feel. You know, it doesn't like the Four of Swords is not saying lie on a hammock for the rest of your life. Give yourself an afternoon off. How about that? Afternoon off. Okay. People say I'm like her too. All right. Okay. While Lucy, oh, will me and Ron become a couple and will it be a successful relationship? Okay, I see your question, Lucy. I'm gonna Lucy. Okay, I am going to refill my water right quick, right? I feel a little bit parched and I'll be right back. I still feel like I could do more. We could always do more, Diamond. That's what tomorrow is for. We could always do more. All right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some water. See. I got my water. I'm ready. All right. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I got my water. I feel good. We are our own worst critics for sure. Oh my God, that's so true. That's so true. All right, it's Lucy time. Lucy, Ron and Lucy. Let's go to Earth Woman. I mean, that's pretty much the deck of choice. That's what I've been using. Will, Ron, and I. You know what I'm gonna do, Lucy? Let's use the Love Oracle. All right, I'm gonna pull from the Love Oracle and let's see if we could ground this reading. Let's see, stay hydrated. Hydrate is very important. You know, when you're doing readings, at least for me, I feel like as an energy worker that when I do readings, I get thirsty. Debs is awesome. Lucy, I hope you feel the love here. Oh, that's so funny. You see, I'm home. What a great show. Ooh. Mm. All right, Lucy. Okay, I don't know the nature of your relationship with Ron, but the first card that came out, you could tell me if this makes sense for you, is escaping, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. That's the first card that came out. Let me know if you feel like this might be onto something. Escaping. Could this person potentially be using the relationship to escape a situation? Or the second card that came out is right here, ecstasy. Ecstasy. And it says chasing thrills, excitement, good time. Does this person see you as like a legit relationship, or are they using this to escape their situation, or because they think they might have a nice time with you? He's in a relationship right now, but I know intuitively he's not happy there. So that's why this card is coming out, escaping, because he could be And this could be conscious or subconscious. He could be using your friendship, your current friendship with him as an escape mechanism for his current situation, right? Chasing thrills, excitement, good time. Okay, so we're going to read on that, Lucy. I'm going to use my Earth Woman and we're going to ask what else you need to know about this situation. Okay, let me have a card for Lucy. A card for Lucy. Ooh, Lucy is hopeful. Lucy is hopeful because Lucy has gone through so much stuff and Lucy cannot take one more heartbreak, and she's hopeful that this time there's something legitimate there. She's willing to take time and energy and pour into the right person. She really is. She's coming from a good place. Let me have a card for Ron. A card for Ron. That's interesting. The Two of Cups for Ron. So I definitely, especially with what you just said, that you have 7 years of history, he feels a connection with you. And maybe he feels safe. Maybe he feels comfortable. Maybe, there's history there. Do you see that? That's interesting. Okay, so let's ask Spirit a card for advice. What advice can we give to Lucy? Ooh, Lucy. Big energy. Big energy, Lucy. Strength. That's the advice. You're going to have to pull in that inner strength and control the inner beast. Control the beast within. Because what I'm getting is that there could be times where you feel like maybe you are losing your patience with him or with the situation, getting tired of the situation or frustrated or hoping that he would, hurry up and make a decision. And, especially because you have 7 years together, you likely have genuine thoughts of love and concern for this person, right? You can't possibly have a relationship for 7 years without worrying about a person, what they're going through. Are they taking good care of themselves? He has anger and bipolar issues. Yeah. Whew, so that might be tough. That might be a toughie, Lucy. Okay, we have the Strength card. Final advice card. We're going to pull it from the Love Oracle, okay? It's upside down. Okay. Advice. What else does Lucy need to know with that Strength card? Is she in danger? Mm. I feel like this card makes a lot of sense, right? So the card right here is Strength. And the beauty of this card is the connection that she has with this beast, right? That the wild, right? Here's the tame, here's the wild. And they have this connection that somehow makes sense and balances them out. The card that came out with that is loyalty. Loyalty. And loyalty could be good, but it could also be bad, right? Sometimes you stay in a situation for a long time because you're loyal to the person, but it's not necessarily the right thing for you. But you stay because you trust, because you believe, right? Remember, you had the Star card. You trust, you believe, and you can depend on this friendship because it's been there for such a big part of your life. 7 years is a long, long time. 7 years is a long, long time. So let's pull out from the Oracle Intention Magic. What should the intention be moving forward? All right, Lucy. The card that, and this is interesting, the card that came out for presence is, sorry, the oracle card that came out is presence. Be present. That means stay engaged, be alert, make sure that you're protecting your energy, make sure that you're doing your own self-care, your meditation. You can see she's seated, she's in meditation pose, she's surrounded by plants. I believe those are crystals back there too. She has her crystals. This is a sage bundle right there. Do you see that? That's the sage bundle. So that to me says cleanse the energy around you, right? Maybe it's time to open up. It's springtime. Maybe it's time to open up the windows, get the sage. If you're not a fan of sage, maybe try Palo Santo or any herb, like you could burn cinnamon if you wanted to bring in that energy. You could burn bay leaf for protection. You could burn, there's so many herbs that you could work with, right? So, this card is definitely saying protect your, notice how those, because I feel like these here are clear quartz crystals. And notice how she has made a circle of protection. And you know why? That's to amplify. She made a circle around her. That's to amplify the protection. This is saying take care of you. Above all else, make sure that you're taking care of yourself. And if you're sensing red flags, be mindful of that as well. Many gems and crystals, yeah. Oh, so maybe you could set up like a little crystal grid, Lucy. Maybe you could set up like a little crystal grid and then invite that you had the star card that came out, so you could invite that sense of like peace and healing, right? You also had the strength card. Strength is connected to Leo, and there's a lot of orange there, right? Solar plexus, being in your personal power. So maybe you could use some yellow. What would be a good yellow crystal? Maybe golden healer might be good. Um, or any crystal that you use for the solar plexus chakra, right? Maybe you could put that. Definitely clear quartz. I would definitely use clear quartz, right? And then for love, something for love. You definitely need something there for love, because there's a relationship here. And maybe like a little bay leaf. Put a bay leaf in there, and then on the bay leaf, write the word. Take the bay leaf, write the word that the intention that you have, and put it onto the grid. Citrine. Citrine would be great because it invites that happiness too. That's what I see for you. Rose quartz for love. But also you need for healing. So maybe rhodonite or rhodochrosite might be good. You might want to do that. Yeah. That's what I have for you. I want you to take care of you. Don't put yourself in dangerous situations. If you have a friendship that you have observed for 7 years with this person, maybe you were meant to stay friends, right? If you go into a relation, let me say it like this, right? If you go into a relationship with this person and then it doesn't work out, how are you going to feel if you have to end that relationship of 7 years? That's something to think about too. Is that a line that you want to cross? Something for you to think about. Wow, we're getting such awesome readings tonight. All right, Lucy, hopefully that is helpful to you in some way. I really like the idea of you creating a little crystal grid and put all your intentions. Put all your intentions into that. That would be amazing, I think. Lucy said, I have gone back and forth with him. I ended it with him many times. Yeah. And then I learned that I have to be more patient. You do have to be patient, but you always have to put yourself first, Lucy. You do have to be more patient. You know, love, kindness, patience, like all those things are very important. But always make sure that you're putting yourself first. You are the queen of this story. Okay? And you want to make sure that you're being treated that way. All right. That was my reading for Lucy. Beautiful. We keep getting the lesson until we learn. I know. I know that's right. We keep getting the same situations over and over again until one day we're like, damn, I feel like this happens to me all the time. All right, the next reading was for Karen. Karen Suki. Karen Suki. Hi, LT. If you feel called to make a donation, that would be appreciated. And, you know, I would say you can donate what you feel called to donate. I don't put any parameters on that. Did I put us on the list? Angela May, I will add you. Okay. So I have Karen Suki, and then I have New York Debs, and then I have Angela May. All right, Karen Suki. I really love him. And I get what you're saying. If he's messing up, then I really have to cut the cords for good, and I don't want to have to do that. I know. That's the thing. It's like you gotta weigh it. Look up. I'm looking. Oh, go up in the chat. Okay. Well, you have done a lot of readings. I know. I did. All right. Let's see. She says look up. Karen Suki. Green heart. Karen Suki. Makes me think of a commercial for floor wax or lemon dish detergent. I'm looking. I miss my. Oh, that was New York Debs. I miss my lemon yellow kitchen. Random thought. When I was a kid, there was a lady that we used to visit, and her kitchen, she had painted her kitchen like the brightest shade of orange possible. I just felt like when I walked in there, I felt blinded. It was like LT spirituality. Yes, I can add you on LT. I did a lot of readings, but also there were some people that put themselves on the list and then they, you know, did other things. So there's more names than what I actually did, but that's okay. All right, Karen Suki, I look to my heart's content. Let me know. Diamond Girl, may I be added to the list? Yeah, I can add you. You're our second diamond for today. So we have Diamond. I think Diamond was still in the chat. I'll add you and I'll put Diamond Girl so I know it's a different person. Diamond Girl. Cool. All right. Karen Suki, put me out of my misery. Oh my God, my mother had her kitchen yellow and sunflowers everywhere. I did that in the 90s. I painted sunflowers in my kitchen. Karen, what would my guides and guardian angels like to tell me today? That's a great question. Oh, we have to use the CBR deck. We have to use the CBR deck today. Let's see. Message from. What's the message? Let's use guides and shimmering veil for spirit message. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what message comes through. This is for Karen Suki. Karen Suki, who was working on origami. It's her turn. Right there. Oh! Oh my god, this card is so beautiful. Whoa. Karen Suki. You have a major arcana card. You have the Empress. So you know the Empress is like, um, I was just talking about this. The Empress is like that divine feminine energy that nurtures things and grows things. And I feel like that is the energy right now. I'm going to show you the card because it's amazing. You see, she's breastfeeding in this card. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful card. So we have the Empress, and what I'm gonna do is we are gonna pull from the CBR deck. That's that's your card, life path number 3. See? So Spirit doesn't play. So what is the message that Spirit wants for Karen Suki? It's like, you see it right there? That's your card. Ooh. Karen, you have card number 20, and this is called the consequence of fear. Okay? Contraction, the frequency of fear, self-fulfilling prophecies. Look at that card. And actually, I feel like it goes so well. Like, I'm flabbergasted that how nicely these two go together. I like the colors, the blues. Blues, I'm getting like throat chakra. Consequence of fear. So let me get the little booklet, which of course I left in here. Let's see. And card number 20. The consequence of fear. It's a natural emotional reaction. It's meant to keep us safe from danger. It becomes unhealthy when it is inappropriately prolonged. So having fear is not the problem. The problem is when we have fear for an extended period of time. You've been fearful financially. Okay. Okay. So that's the message that is coming in. Like, it's okay to have fear in that moment, but like to hold on to it for too long is not good. So let's see what it says. When our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are fear-based, I feel like, Karen, this message is for you and for me, okay? I'm aligned with you. I stand with you, Karen. Here we go. When our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are fear-based and we keep rehearsing those fears, then our expectations, choices, and behaviors align with this energy. This is what I was telling Cat Goddess earlier. Remember? I was telling her that she was the one with the, was it her? Who was it that had as above, so below? That you're creating your own reality. I forgot who that happened for. That they got the as above card and they also got the so below card. It's the same idea. We begin to notice more and more reasons to be anxious and stressed, and we unwittingly send out a frequency that keeps us forever on patrol against outside threats. And that is exhausting, right? That is exhausting. Okay. Lately, you might be more defensive, maybe engaging in people pleasing or isolating yourself to avoid hurt. No matter what you are doing as a stress response, it is time to step back and let it be. Time to step back and let it be. I'm saying that for you and for me. It is exhausting. That's why I'm doing origami obsessively. Yeah. Step back and let it be. First, ask yourself, is this decision based in fear and the need for control? Are we trying to control the outcome? Am I afraid of rejection or reprisal? Where do I need to say no? And then consider the act of radically allowing, letting everything, both people and circumstances, be exactly as they are without question. Just let them be. You've heard of that, right? The let them theory. Let them. Let them. Hi, welcome in, BH. How are you? Welcome in. Okay, so it says, in doing so, you are going to make room for your authentic self. Soon the fear will show itself for what it is, a temporary illusion. The power is in your attention. Oh my God, Karen Suki, you know what I was thinking? When you work on your origami, with every, like, set an intention for the fold, and every time you fold, right? Repeat that intention to yourself and build that into the item that you're working on. Ooh, that would be powerful for intention setting. I love that. I feel like that would be amazing. Check. Check. Karen Suki, are you picking up what I'm putting down? Yes. Yes. Do you when you do origami, are you using that boning tool? I could visualize you. Like you have your little paper on your thing, and then every time you pass the boning tool, it's the intention. Release. Whatever it is, release. And you do that. That's what you need to do, Karen Suki. That's what we need to do. See? I got you. I got you. We have some new people coming in. Thank you. And hello and welcome. And yeah, Karen, I'm gonna do that. Okay, boning tool. Oh, I bought a boning tool. I love it. I love it. It feels so good in the hands. All right, so yeah, that was my message for you. Thank you for letting me read for you. You know, I'm gonna set an intention for myself too, and then every time I do the thing, I will send that for myself, but also for you. That's what I'll do. I think that's a good way to have each other's backs, you know? All right, so that was for Karen Suki. Let me get rid of that. Get rid of that deck. And then this one. And then the next person was New York Debs. New York Debs. All right, Debs, tell me your question. I think it has something to do with bear. So put that in the chat. I'm reading for Debs right now. After that is Angela May, then LT Spirituality, then Diamond Girl. And I think after Diamond Girl, we're gonna like end it because we've been on for a long time. We've been on for a long time. I did a lot of readings today. Let me see. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 readings. Oh, 8:30. I came on at 6. So it's been 2.5 hours so far. That was a good reading. I like that, Debs. I feel like I had to go to the magical shelf many times today to get the right deck. All right, so that was for Karen. Debs, my question is Bear with me or has anything to tell me from the other side? Yes. Why did I put the deck away? I knew you wanted to ask about Bear and I put the deck away. All right, let's get Shimmering Veil. I like this deck specifically for these type of questions. I feel like it just works. All right. Let's you know what? Let's clear energy for a minute. Okay. All right, here we go. Diamond Girl. Oh, because there was two diamonds. It's the other girl is Diamond, but I forgot like what's the rest of her. But it's just Diamond, and then Diamond Girl is a different. Is a different. They're two different channels. Okay. Nice deep breath. What is the message? What is the message? Yeah, there was two. There was two diamonds. Diamond Girl. And the other diamond was I think she left already. Um Now I'm like, which diamond was it? The other diamond is 619619. That must be her angel number. 619619. Okay. Friends, thank you everybody coming in. If you could please remember to hit the like button, that would be very helpful. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. The other one had the numbers, yeah. Yeah. 619, 619. Yeah. All right. Just bear with me. Okay. First question is bear with me. So I'm going to use my pendulum. Is bear with her. Is bear with her. Oh, that was instantaneous. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I get a yes. I get a yes. All right. Bear. Message from Bear. Oh my gosh. This is so wow. So remember that who asked that question? It was Ashish. Ashish asked about his dog, and his dog was his best friend and soulmate. And remember for Ashish, we got the High Priestess, and look what came out for you. I mean, there have been so many synchronicities tonight. It's just, wow. You got the High Priestess. I know. I'm just flabbergasted. The High Priestess. A connection. The veil thinning. Holding the energy. Holding it close to your heart. Oh, interesting. Now, the other reading was all four major arcana cards. I just pulled the second card. It's also a major, but it is the Hanged Man. Look at that. It's the Hanged Man. I learned so much from him. Message from Bear. This is a message from Bear. I feel like I need these two cards right here. Okay. I'm gonna tell you right now. This High Priestess tells me yes. Yes, Bear is with you always. Okay? This is a connection card. This is a connection to like when the veil is thin and you connect to the other side. Okay? So, yes. I feel like Bear senses that you are at a standstill right now, some kind of pause. And being in this pause state can be uncomfortable. And I think that Bear sees that and feels for you. Because you know that animals are quite intuitive. Okay? And then I think that Bear cares an awful lot about you. We have the Three of Pentacles, right? This is a card of connection. This is a card of collaboration. This is a card of working together to create something that's going to be so much better if you did it with other people than if you tried to do it by yourself. I feel like right now you feel like you're walking through the fire, but you're not alone in this. I think that that Three of Pentacles is, I think Bear is saying, like, I can't be there with you, but don't try to do this alone. You're not alone. And I'm sitting in this room, and this room is a little bit dark, and I have my cards here, and you know that I have my candle over here. It's kind of flickering. When I look down at this card, the Three of Pentacles, I saw something that I didn't see before. I, when I looked at this in the dark, this looks like a mouth to me, like a face and the mouth, and like the mouth is trying to say something, but you can't see it because it's in spiritual form above you. That's kind of what I'm getting from this reading. A, that you're not alone, that yes, currently things are at a pause and you might feel like you're in this alone, you're walking through the fire, you're holding on as best as you can. I feel like Bear is saying, I'm with you. And in fact, it's funny because I saw a face and a mouth in that card. I'm going to show you the card again. Now when I look at it, I see like a dog figure, an animal figure, like in the cave, like a carving in a cave. Tell me if you see it. Yeah, a dog. And then the way that I have it here, I wish you could see. I like it's like it turns into another card when it's here in the dark and the light of the candle flickers on it. It's like the voice from the heavens. Hey! It's like it's trying to get your attention. Hey! To me, I feel like that's what it's saying. Wow. Mhm. This is such a great reading. Let me know if you have any questions before I put anything away. He was black and brown. I kind of imagined that because you said that his name was Bear, and instantly I thought of like a black bear. Debs, are you okay? I hope you're not crying. Hmm. Hugs for you. I'll ring the bell for you. Send you some angel energy. Happy tears. Okay. I do. I feel like Bear is like up there, like, hey, trying to get your attention. Snap out of it. Bear is definitely looking out for you, looking out for your best interest. This deck is amazing. Oh, you have it on the channel? I want to check it out. I want to see Bear. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Shepherd Springer Spaniel, 75 pounds. Oh, 8/2/22. Oh, that's around the time of Lionsgate. Isn't that around Lionsgate time? That's a very powerful portal that opens up around that time. That is very auspicious. Lionsgate energy is a powerful time for manifestation and for growth. I love that. Her avatar is Bear. Yeah. Oh, yes. I see that. I get it. Okay. Yes. I get it. Yeah. The portal, Lionsgate portal. That's a powerful, powerful time of year. 8/8. And your pup passed away 8/2/22, but still very close. You know, just like a full moon or a new moon, you could sense the energy. Like 8/8 is like the the peak, but you can get that energy leading up to it and then going away, moving away from it too. St. Patrick's Day. Oh, he died in 84. Oh, I know. He was ready. He was ready. I know if it was up to us, we would try to find a way to hold on to them just a little bit longer. Big hugs. Big hugs for you and for Bear. All right. Has anyone seen Angela May? She's been awfully quiet. Let's see. Angela May. Oh, she's here. That's so funny. Okay. Yay. All right. So I just wrapped up my reading for New York Debs. You are very, very welcome. Angela May is next. Angela May, what was your question today, my dear? Let me know what your question is. Let me know. Here. I'm happy you're here too. I'm happy you're here. Let me know your question. What news coming in? What's new coming news in April? Okay. April. News for April. Thinking. News for April. You know what? I'm going to try it. I'm going to try Oracle of Many Paths because I feel like this might work for your question. So let's see. Let's see. I'll get the booklet out. You know I love this deck. I agree with you. All right, so this is for Angela May. The lovely Angela May wants to know. Angela May. Anything new? Anything coming in April? What can we look forward to? What can Angela May? Oh, there it is right there. Oh, I see a lot of dead ends. I see like I see a lot of dead ends in this card. This is card number 32. And you see this warrior here, and they reach this path and it ends there. Like there's a path down here that's connected with a bridge. This one is broken. See? There's another path up here. There's one back there, but the path that he's on is broken. So you're on a broken path. Let's see. Card number 32. What is that about? Oh my gosh. Okay. So number 32 is the Page of Wands. This is the Page of Wands. Okay. It's interesting. I'm going to show you the card again. Okay. So page is interesting energy. I connect pages to aces. A new beginning, a fresh start. It's a fresh energy. The page is so, it's a younger energy, right? Younger in the sense like still learning, still adapting, still trying to figure things out. But the big thing that the page does is brings energy, fresh energy, just like kids, right? They bring fresh energy. They think of creative things to do. I'll give you a perfect example. I live in Florida, and when my kids were smaller, I had a screen room in the backyard, right? A screen room right off the kitchen. And the kids played there. I had like an outdoor carpet there, all their toys were there, and they played there all the time. And I would keep the door closed, like with the lock, the screen to go outside. And one day I walked out there and I found my son had pushed a toy to the door and he was holding it so that his cousin could get up on the toy to reach the handle to open it. Okay? That's creativity at its finest. The door was locked, they couldn't reach it, so they wheeled a toy over there, but it was wobbly. So my son, now mind you, they weren't in diapers, but they were probably around 4 or 5 years old. They wheeled the toy over there, held it in place so that they could climb up and reach the handle. So if that isn't creativity, I don't know what is. And I feel like that is that's the gift that the page brings. The page sees things in different ways and thinks about different ways to try things. So what feels like a dead end to one person could feel like an opportunity to somebody else. That's the energy I get with this card. Okay. So I'm going to tell you what it says here. It says inspiration, new magic, optimism. Okay. The knowledge of paths that have passed, path, right? Path that have passed. That's a tongue twister. The knowledge of those paths that have passed inspires the development of new paths. The path on the Page of Wands requires velocity to begin. Whoa, snap. You get it? Velocity. That means run and jump and trust that you're going to make it to the other side. Woo! This is talking about a leap of faith. This is a leap of faith. Okay, Angela May? What this is saying is you might feel like you're at a dead end right now, but in April, you're being asked to look at things in new and creative ways and see if you can't make something happen that that looks like it might be impossible, but it's really not. Wow. He often finds himself faced with many beginnings, what others might see as many endings. Think about what that means, right? When I first looked at this card, I was like, oh, it's a dead end. He's stuck there. But he's not stuck. Some people see this as an ending. Other people see it as the beginning of a new journey, excitement. Maybe he needs to go back and get a log and throw it over and get to the other side. Like, I don't know. There's other ways to do it. So it depends how you look at things. Hi, Nick. Welcome in. Welcome from Brazil. It depends how you look at it. That's what this card is saying, Angela May. It is important to pick a beginning and go with it. At least see where it takes you. Maybe your goal, instead of being get from point A to point B, maybe it could be I'm gonna take that leap and at least try to go halfway. Maybe that's what that's saying, right? Maybe don't focus so much on the end goal. Maybe break it up into mini goals that you could accomplish. I was losing faith. You see, this card is saying don't lose faith. You just got to think about things differently. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm telling you, this deck, I adore it. This is so awesome. That is my message for you, my friends. This is, if you're giving up, don't give up. If you think you're at a dead end, you're not. Just try to look at it from a different point of view. This, if you're tired, this is saying find a way to get energized, because there are ways to get things done. I love this deck. I'm telling you, I feel like you could use this deck for so many things. And I kind of love that you don't know what card it is until you get the book. I love that. It's so cool. All right, Angela May, that was my reading for you, my dear. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. I love it. That's awesome. All right. So that was for Angela May. And next we have LT, Spirituality. LT, are you here? LT. Let's see. Oh, you are here. Okay, what is coming in love? All right. Thank you for your question and thank you for your patience. What is coming in love? Love, love, love. So let's use Earth Woman. Okay. What is coming in love? What is coming? I agree. You love the artwork. I know that deck is so good. That deck was created by a male figure. Most of my decks are created by female artists. Ooh, thank you so much, Debs. Thank you. There's a lot. Oh my God, it's all court cards. Well, I don't think I've ever seen that before. I did a reading tonight and 4 cards were major arcanas. Today we have 3 court cards. Every court. No, not everyone. The queen is missing. That's the only one. The queen is the only one that's not here. All right, so let me see. This is interesting. I'm going to start from the beginning. So the first one is Page of Cups. Okay, Page, I was saying earlier, I connect Page to aces because Page is usually a new start, a fresh start. I just pulled a page. Was it a page? Yeah, I pulled the page for New York Debs just now, and we were talking about that, right? It's a new beginning. Cups. cups are, connected to water. You see all the water on this card. I think also there's a big connection to spirituality and to creativity and also to intuition when we are working with water energy. But because your question is a love question, then I could say that there's definitely potential for something new in the emotional landscape. You have a new beginning. Okay. So, potential for something new for you. I think that when that moment comes, it's going to be important that you're going to have to use your words wisely, right? I don't know if this is your natural tendency or not, but it's going to be important that you speak your truth, that you be clear, right? It's hard with Page because Page of Cups is the energy that kind of like the Page of Cups is they kind of have like their head in the clouds, right? They're always dreaming, very imaginative, like daydreaming almost. And then in the terms of a love reading, a page could kind of be like, "Ooh, I met this person," and then you start like fantasizing in your mind all the things. So that's page energy. But the middle card is the King of Swords. And I feel like the King of Swords is like, no, 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 don't get caught up in all of that. Make sure that you use your voice, that you speak your truth, and you say the things that are important for you to say when you are starting on a new relationship with another person. I feel like this more than anything. The king is the most mature out of all the court cards. And I really want to focus on that for this reading because every card is a court here. So, and there's an order, there's like a pecking order, right? You have the page. The page is, younger energy in the sense that they're still learning, they're still growing, they're still trying to figure things out. They don't know how to do it, but they're excited about trying. They're excited to, to learn or to even have the opportunity. And sometimes they want to get into things that they may not have the experience to, figure out just yet. And then after that, you have the knight. And the knight is like the action, right? Out of all the courts, this is the figure of action. Like, let's do the thing, like this is kind of like teenager energy. They like to get into things. Sometimes they get into trouble. They like to try. They're never going to listen. Oh, you should, I've done that before. Don't try that. You'll end up getting hurt. They're like, screw you. I'm doing my own thing, right? That's kind of like that knight energy. And then from there, you move into the queen. You have the queen and you have the king. And the queen is that nurturing, loving energy. They're mature, right? They've been through, right? This is a person, they've been around the block a few times, right? They get it. Same with the king. The difference between the two of them is that this queen energy is more about like loving and nurturing, protecting and growing. And the king energy is more about safeguarding what they have, uh, protecting what they have, and creating safe boundaries in order to get things done. So you're starting out with this Page of Cups, which to me is indicative that it's possible, right? And I'm not saying, yes, you will meet a person, but this is a possibility with the Page of Cups. And so with this King of Swords, what I'm seeing is it's going to be important that you that you're clear with your communication, that if you have needs, things that you're looking for, expectations, anything at all that you feel is important in order to build a proper relationship, proper in the sense of aligns with what you are looking for. The King of Swords is looking for alignment. Look at that sword. The sword is standing straight up. So this king is going to want to make sure that things are aligned, right? That their energies match, that they're interested in similar things, that it strategically makes sense. The connection makes sense, right? That's what this king is saying. But at the end of the day, You're gonna do you. At the end of the day, you're gonna do you. You have the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups, there's no getting in their way. Knights are actionary. They're not gonna like this particular knight, they wear their heart on their sleeve. They're not afraid to share what they're thinking and feeling. They're gonna lead with that first. I felt like I wanted to do this, so I'm doing this, right? So I definitely see a progression here, but with that king in the middle, it's like you start with cups, you end with cups, and with the king in the middle, it's just saying, okay, like, please be mindful, right? Don't get lost in your emotions. Like, don't just like, woo, and go for it. Like, really make sure that you are outlining in your mind what it is that is important to you and communicating what you feel you need when you're meeting people, because it's easy, to get lost in things. So your question is there going to be love? I When I look at this reading, I do feel like there's a possibility for that. So that is my reading for you. Let me know if that makes sense for you. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's a great reading. I'm gonna pull, oh, there's this one right here. I was gonna say, I'm gonna pull an intention card. Look at that. Look what that, intuition. Make sure that you're listening to your inner guidance, right? Everybody has a compass. Intuition is, uh, yes, it's a gift. But some people feel like, oh, I'm not intuitive that way, or I wasn't blessed with the gift. No, everybody has the gift of intuition. We just learn to connect with our intuition at different rates. Everybody has intuitive, a way to connect to their intuitive side. So this card says, I tune in to my inner knowing for guidance. If at any point you're feeling unsure, right, about anything at all, make sure to connect to your within, because oftentimes you already know the answer to your question before you even ask it. So that is what I have for you. Beautiful message for you. Spring is here after all. This is the time for new beginnings. So I'm excited to see this page here. Pages are very energetic. They're very curious. And they're not afraid, like the way that, once you've been through situations and experiences, you start to like put up blocks, or you start to carry a little bit of baggage, or you think to yourself, no, that's a red flag. With page energy, they're not as guarded. They're a little bit more relaxed and loose, and I feel like that is helpful in creating connections with people. I really like that. I really like that. All right. So, wow, there's a lot of firsts tonight. This is the first time that I do a reading and every single card is a a court card. Oh my goodness. All right. Thank you for letting me read for you, and thanks for coming in. I appreciate that. All right. The next and final reading of the night, my friends, I have to say, because we've been on for about 3 hours. Diamond Girl. Diamond Girl, are you still here? I know, it was fun today. Today was fun. Ah, there you are. Okay. What's new coming in love for me that I don't see coming? That's a great question. So we're going to stick with Earth Woman. We're going to stick with Earth Woman. the deck a proper shuffle. If y'all could see like my reading table right now, I feel like it's like there's decks everywhere. Oh my God. Crazy. I'm like, I don't have room to breathe. All right. Let's clear energy. And have a sip of water. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, my dears, here we go. So this is a message for Diamond Girl. What's coming in love for me that I don't see coming? Diamond Girl, let's clarify. Do you mean romantic love, platonic love? I'm guessing romantic, but I don't want to make assumptions. Oh my God. The card like fell out of the deck onto the table. Okay. You see what that is, right? The Lovers. Ah, thank you, Debs. Diamond Girl, you have the Lovers card, and the Lovers card just flew out of the deck. It literally just flew out and fell onto the table. So let's see. I'm going to put it right here, right? Because let's make that the focal point of the reading. So we'll use that card as the significator. I'm telling you, tonight there have been some synchronicities that are like on another level. Look at the, that's how I know that that's the card that is trying to come out for you. Ooh, Knight of Pentacles. That's good. That's great energy. Knight of Pentacles. So this could be like, this is a court card. So let's talk about the personality type. Pentacles is connected to Earth. So this is a person that is very grounded usually. Pentacle or Earth energy is the slowest moving out of all of the elements. So this is a person that is very methodical in the things that they do. They are the type of person that, they make sure to cross their T's, dot their I's, check, double check, you know, measure twice, cut once. They're very careful. They don't want to rush things. They rather take their time slowly and work their way towards something that's gonna align with their long-term goals, right? So they would rather take their time. Slow and steady wins the race. That's the personality profile of this Knight of Pentacles. Since that's the first card that came out, I mean, I could venture to say that perhaps your match is that type of energy. Or you could tell me if no, I think that's me. Is that you or is it them? What I just described, is that you or is it them? Them. Okay. So let's see. Okay. 3 cards is not enough. We need another one. Hold on. All right. Again, there's a lot of unknowns here, right? I'm going to show you what I've seen. So I've described their personality type to you. The next card that we have is the Ten of Swords. I don't think I have to explain what this means. Either you or them, or maybe a combination of both, have been through some things, right? Swords is air, communication, thought. And this is the card of overwhelm. This is the card of that's it. I'm done. Enough is enough. I can't take it anymore. I give up. This is the card of waving. What is it? The flag, right? Like I'm done. So things have been happening. People have gone through things. Lessons have been learned. Lessons have been learned. The beautiful thing about a 10 of wands, or sorry, the 10 of swords, is that 10 is the final number, which means this is ending. There's a new beginning coming. I love that. This also signifies it's time to put all that stuff in the past and let it go. You tell yourself, you know what? That hurt. I learned from it. I'm going to take the little thing that I learned from it and move on with that. And I'm going to leave everything else in the past where it belongs. I learned my lesson. Now I'm moving on to better things. That's what that card is telling me. I also feel like this needs to happen rapido. This needs to happen fast because we have the Eight of Wands. And this is the card of momentum. This is a card of fast moving energy. This is a card, this could be incoming messages. Sometimes this is used to indicate that there's something fast coming. So it can mean a lot of different things. It can mean it's time to let this go quick. Like you've been in that energy for long enough. It's time to put it past you and move on. Um, what I love about this reading is it starts with the Knight and it ends with the Knight. The final card is the Knight of Cups. The final Knight is the Knight of Cups. And this card just came out for the previous reading. This is the card of someone who wears their heart on their sleeve. Like, this person could be poetic, they could be creative, imaginative, maybe they're an artist. Uh, this person is very in touch with their intuition, uh, and also their feelings, but it's a Knight. So sometimes they could become overwhelmed with their feelings, or they could overwhelm other people with their feelings. That could happen. Um, so there's a lot of energy in this reading, and there's a lot of action energy in this reading. You got the Knight of Pentacles, you got the Knight of Cups. Both of those knights are feminine energies, right? And then in the middle, you have your masculine energies. You have the 10 of Swords, you have the 8 of Wands incoming. So I do feel that there is something incoming, but there's homework for you in the middle, which is letting go of whatever. And it could be not just you, it could be them too. It could be that day also. So if you're a praying person, this might be where you might want to pray for your future partner. If you're not a praying person, then perhaps this would be where you set an intention for your future person, that they heal, that they get the love that they need, the guidance, the assistance, the direction that they need to heal from past wounds so that they could move forward, so that the connection could possibly take place. That's what I'm seeing with this reading. Let me know if you have any questions on that. And I'm going to pull an intention card. I've been praying. Yeah. Sometimes we got to pray for the other person. Pray for us. Pray for the other person. But I also feel like it's also important to listen. Listen. Listen for signs. Be present. You know how they say be in the present moment? Like a big part of that is being alert, being aware of what's happening around you, paying attention for messages. synchronicities, anything that might be coming in, because those could be the answers to the prayer. And sometimes we spend a lot of time praying, praying, asking, but we're not paying attention to what's actually happening, around us. And I think that that is just as important when you're building your connection with spirit. However you like to think about that, your connection, you could think of it as spirit, you could think of it as source, you could think of it as God, you could think of it as the universe. However you like to think about it, all means the same thing. When you're building that connection with that one true source of energy, like, it's a relationship and it's a two-way street. We can't always just be in prayer mode, asking. We also have to be alert and paying attention to the signs and the messages that we are getting from our spirit teams. Let's see. I don't feel like the right card is, oh, that one right there. Ooh, I love this card too, because remember that you started with a knight and you're ending with a knight, and in the middle, remember the very first card that popped out was the Lover's card. Look at the card that came out, Balance. That's the card that has come out for you, Balance. This is an inversion that she's doing, like, the handstand, or the whatever you call this position in yoga, but it's an inversion, right? And so what happens, you look at things from a different perspective. You have to be strong. You have to have a strong core in order to hold that position. It's great for circulation. It's great for moving energy around, especially stuck energy. It's finding, you have to find your peace when you're doing these, you know I'll use yoga as an example. It doesn't have to be yoga, it could be any form of exercise. You know how they say, like, runners experience that runner's high, right? Or they're in the zone. That's because they're so tuned in, they're so in that moment, that nothing else is there. There's no room for anything else. You clear your mind entirely. I feel like that is the best time to receive messages. And so, what this card says is, I find equilibrium in all aspects of life. All. I'm going to show you that. And I want to read from the booklet for this card for you, as I make a disaster on the desk and cards are flying everywhere. That was Balance. Oh my God, this guidebook, they made the letters so small. Okay, it says, balance is a tricky but wonderful thing to master. I'll show you that. Okay, the universe naturally keeps itself in perfect balance, light and dark, positive, negative, life and death, all in equal measures. You too are capable of achieving equilibrium in your own life. I get a sense of that in this card here. Hey Linda, how are you? Welcome in. This card gives me a sense of being centered and grounded and balanced, right? Choosing connection first. I kind of like that. So let me show you that again. And it says, it says, you too are capable of achieving equilibrium in your own life if you listen to your body and soul. Balance is important for your health, mentally and physically, and too much of anything can have detrimental effects. Too much work, you could feel burnt out. Too much relaxation, you can become complacent or stagnant. This card reminds you to fine tune aspects of your life where you can achieve a more equal measure. So um, that is my message for you. It's a card of balance. And it's so funny. It's such a teeny tiny detail, but in this card there's stars and there's a little constellation over here that reminds me, and I don't know if it's the Big Dipper or the Little Dipper, but it looks like one of the dippers right there. I don't know if you see that. So maybe it's time to pour into yourself. Maybe it's time to pour into yourself, my friend. That's my message for you. That is my message. I hope that that makes sense. Thank you for coming in tonight and thank you for letting me read for you. You're welcome. You are welcome. Feel free to come back whenever you would like. I usually go, it is the Big Dipper. Thank you, Karen. I go live usually every Friday around the same time. And I like to do live readings. So, yeah, feel free. If you feel like it resonated, you could significantly help me by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. That will definitely, um, will the live stay up? Yes. And so I mentioned this earlier, but I'll just share again since I think this might be the first time that you're here. Usually when I read, like not tonight, right? But tomorrow in the morning when I sit down with my cup of coffee, I sit and I go through the live stream and I put timestamps in for each reading so that you'll be able to go back and find yours more easily. So that is something that I do on Saturday morning. Um, and I just find it helps. I know I have gotten readings from people and I like to go back and listen a second time. And if it was a long session, like 3 hours, to find your reading is it's so complicated. So it takes a lot of time for me to do to do that, but I think it's helpful to people, so I just do it. Um, so yeah. Yeah, I'm here to try to help people as best as I can. Life is tough for everybody, me included. So I just try to do little things that I feel could be helpful to other people. All right, my beautiful souls. Oh my gosh, we have been online almost 3.5 hours. And can you believe this is the first time that YouTube, the a first time in a long time that I go live and I don't get kicked off of my own live stream because YouTube lately has been acting up a lot. And so I keep finding myself like having to restart my stream and different things. So oh yeah, that would be good, Lucy, like if you did that because I don't know. I've never had anybody come back and be like, "Oh, that was amazing. I'm so happy you put the timestamps in." But in my mind, I think to myself, it has to be helpful, right? So I just do it. Um, and I also I like to do it because I go back. Sometimes when I'm doing readings, I myself I get into the moment of the reading and so I miss a lot of the things that happen in the chat. So when I go back the second time, I get to see comments that I'm like, "Oh, I missed that or I didn't see that." Oh, thank you so much, Linda. Oh, that's so cool. Floating heart, thank you. So yeah, I feel like it allows me to actually experience it as if I was a participant in the live myself. And that way I catch different things that maybe I didn't, notice the day before. And sadly, sometimes people come in and make inappropriate comments. So then I go back and I try to delete those things because I don't like that energy, right? I like to provide a safe space where people come and feel like we could talk about things, we could learn and grow together. So that is that's something that I try really hard to do. Unita, you came back. I am studying. Good. Study, study, a lot of people have done that. A lot of people have come to the channel and they watch, they observe, and then they go off and they start their channels and they do a good job. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Oh, that's so cool. Thank you. Oh, clock it. Clock it. That's the first time I see that one. Thank you. So yeah. Um, you know, I do wish sometimes that people would like remember to come back and visit. I wish, but that doesn't always happen. Sometimes people come, they watch, and then they go off and do their own thing, and you never see them again. So, that's just how it is. That's how it is. But, it's hard out here on these YouTube streets. So, if there's something that I'm doing that somebody else feels like, oh, that's helpful, I could do that too, then, who am I to gatekeep? That's not my style. I rather just share what I do. If you, take something from it, great. More power to ya. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, thank you so, so much, everybody, for hanging out. I had a great time. This is like my favorite way to wrap up the week is just coming here and hanging out with everybody. Thanks for being here and thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for all the likes and the comments. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So thank you. And especially thank you tonight. Tonight I received a lot of donations and that was really like unexpected and so so kind. So thank you for that. All right, everybody, have a great night and I will see you next time. Bye everybody.